Hey there, this is Dr. Brian Fuller from the class of 94, and you are watching PA Live.
This Friday Night Spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value student of the week, Trace Hawkins. Trace leads by example. He consistently works hard, encourages his teammates, and exhibits a calm demeanor in high-pressure situations. He is truly a role model for the younger offensive linemen. Congratulations to our core value student of the week, Trace Hawkins. Our core value student of the week is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Just another way Caldwell cares. Senior Nolan Bruffett is our Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Nolan is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. He shows that in his continuous hard work and commitment to his tasks, both academically and athletically. He is smart, encouraging, selfless, and a great example to others. Please join us in congratulating Nolan Bruffett, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. In Week 12, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game was sophomore cornerback Jalen McKinney. Jalen's favorite class is World History with Mrs. Prim. In his spare time, Jalen enjoys playing NBA 2K with friends. Most don't know that at the age of 12 years old, Jalen was selected for the All-American football team. Please join us in congratulating Jalen McKinney, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game. The Week 12 Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game was sophomore offensive lineman Alan Thomason. In addition to football, Alan is also a member of the 2019 champion wrestling team. His favorite class is AP Physics with Mr. Reed. Alan works just as hard in the classroom as on the field. He has earned a 4.4 GPA. He is a member of the Spanish Club and the Student Council. In his spare time, he likes to hang out with family and friends. Congratulations to Alan Thomason, the Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game.
Welcome to the Applied Research Center of Arkansas pregame show. Visit the Applied Research Center of Arkansas online at arcarkansas.com. Now, let's go to the Ackles Carpet One studio with Holt Short and Joshua Carroll.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pulaski Academy. We're at Rector Field at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. I'm Joshua Carroll, and of course, as you know, Holt has been out the last couple of weeks, but I'm joined tonight. How are you, sir?
Hi, Dr. Bill Heffley.
Bill?
Good to be here, Josh.
I'm sorry, I kind of dropped that off on you, didn't I?
That's all right. That's all right.
Bill Heffley joining me in the booth tonight. I'm so excited to have you here. So, of course, you've got a storied history with Pulaski Academy, having sired a quarterback that was a star of the team a while back, right?
That's right. That's right. I've been. It seems like I've been at Pulaski Academy forever. I played on PA's first 3 football teams back in around the Great War. It's been a long time, and then my son was a quarterback here. You know, we're on a run now of 6 state championship games, 6 years in a row, and he was in that first one in 2014. So. I've been team doctor here for almost 20 years, and coached a lot of youth football. So I've been hanging around PA for a while.
No doubt. Well, I know that when I was on the hunt trying to find somebody to fill in tonight, I was kind of getting desperate, and everybody I knew was already busy. They're out doing something, and I asked Coach Kelly. He says, "I've got the guy. I know exactly what's going on." So, Christina, I'm going to throw this in here real quick. It might be a little unprofessional, but that's the way we do it. Please tell Eric that on the radio line there's no audio, just feedback. They don't hear anything at all. See if he can help with that.
Yeah, Coach Kelly called me and said he wanted me to be the color commentator, and my first comment was, I guess the other 50 guys said no. So.
I wouldn't quite go that far. I think when the first time, as soon as I asked him, you were the first name that came out of his mouth. So that's that says something. I know that he told me. He said, well, he knows our offense. He knows our plays, and if I ever get hit by a bus, I think he's third in line to call plays for the offense. So I think that really says something.
Well, I do not want Kevin to get hit by a bus, but that would be my dream, to get to call a few plays at PA. That would be awesome.
I'm sure it would. Well, we can't wait to have Holt back. I know that he's feeling much better, and so I know that he's out there watching tonight, and look forward to have him back on the mic with us for the basketball season. Our next basketball broadcast will be at Little Rock Christian on December 17th, so be sure to put that on your calendar. Make sure to head over to YouTube/PA Live and hit that subscribe button. And there's a bell right there, too, if you want to get an email notification every time we're going to have a broadcast. That way you just don't miss out ever. So, in the meantime, tonight is the semifinals for the 5A state championship playoffs, and we are hosting the Wynne Yellowjackets. Of course, last week we played the Magnolia Panthers, came in here, they did a great job, and of course they have a unique offense. It's one of those that you see that, of course they run a triple option, and that's a type of offense that you only see maybe once a season, once a year, but just so happens we're going to see it back-to-back this week because Wynne likes to run that as well. So what else is unique about their offense?
It's a very unusual offense. Both of these teams were deep in the playoffs, so there's no easy games at this point. Both these teams are 11-0, undefeated. Wynne has been dominating their opponents. The triple offense is an offensive deception. You pack 9 guys into the box. You have double slot receivers on the side, quarterbacks under center, and if you out there watching the live stream are having trouble seeing who has the ball, that's not by accident. That's their plan, and the defense also has trouble. And so they move quickly. The difference with Magnolia last week, and normally you see this kind of offense maybe every 3 or 4 years. If you watch military teams on TV, Army and Navy run this, but last week Magnolia tends to run to the outside. They try to get to the boundary. Wynne likes to go up the middle. They like to bring their big fullback up behind their right guard, Trey Wells, who's committed to the Razorbacks, and he's a load. And they're a couple of big guys, and they're going to be hard to stop.
Well, and so how do you stop that? What do you do?
Coaches call it assignment football. And basically the principle is if you can't tell who has the ball, tackle everybody. So, you'll assign your safety is going to have the pitch man, the defensive end, and the outside linebacker is going to have the quarterback, and that big fullback up the middle is handled by the D-line and the interior linebackers. PA is going to be in a 3-4 defense, but they're going to walk their linebackers up. They're going to walk their safeties up. You've got to cover every guy. You cannot go with the fakes.
So what do you think if, it sounds like we've got a great team, and this is a team that I looked at preseason this year, just reading in Hooten's football magazine, looking at that, knowing the storied history of the Wynne program, this is a respectable team. This is a team that if you see them in the playoffs, you can expect it's going to be a game. And I fully expect that tonight. So what do you think are the keys to the game for the Bruins? Or for Wynne?
For Wynne, Wynne will try to shorten the game. They're going to run the ball between the tackles, keep the clock running, and look for them to snap the ball late in the play clock. The second thing they have to do is avoid the drive killers. If you're doing multiple fake handoffs, there's a tendency to fumble. Magnolia fumbled 6 times last week, and we only got 1 of them. We've got to get on those fumbles. Also, a penalty or a tackle for loss can kill your drive. And, if you're trying to do a 14, 15-play drive down the field, you can't have errors. The third thing they've got to do is get stops. They're in a run-heavy conference. There's not many offenses like PA, but they've not seen anything like the PA offense. Coach Van Pascal is very successful. They've got a great coaching staff. So they'll have a plan against PA. And finally, they've got to finish strong. They have a lot of players going both ways, whereas PA does not. If they run out of gas in the second half, it'll be the advantage for PA.
All right. Well, I think that before I ask you my next question, which is obvious, I want to know what are the keys to the game for PA on the other side of the ball. But I think that just any second now we're going to have Alex Holder singing the national anthem for us. So I don't want to get you into that just yet because I want to give you time for it. It's kind of as they say on the radio, they'll say we're up against it, So hang on to that one. They're wrapping up the invocation, and just kind of sitting by here. They're waiting on that, so hopefully they'll get that one. I know that we had some radio issues earlier, so if you're out there in the stands joining us, hopefully you can hear us now. All right. So now we're ready for the national anthem. So we're going to turn our attention down to the field where Alex Holder, a student at Pulaski Academy, is going to sing the national anthem for us.
So you may be recognized, and we can thank you for your service. And now we direct your attention to the American flag located at the west end of the field as PA junior Alex Holder honors our country with the singing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, very good. Way to go. I know that our
was
producer,
beautiful.
our producer Christina had Alex in first grade, I believe, as a first grader. And what grade is she in now? She's a senior? No, she's a junior, yeah. So she's a junior this year, and so she's very proud. Her heart was swelling over there. All right, so going back to the keys to the game, you already told us what they are for Wynne. What about the Bruins? What do they have to do tonight?
PA's going to, first of all, Coach Kelly has to adapt quickly. Wynne has, as we mentioned, they play in a run-heavy conference. They've not played a wide-open offense like spread offense, up-tempo like Coach Kelly runs. So, Coach Kelly doesn't have a lot of game film to study. He doesn't know what to expect from them. Are they going to rush 3 and drop 8 into zone coverage, or are they going to go man coverage and blitz? He will need to spend the first few minutes of the first quarter figuring out what their scheme is going to be and then attack it accordingly. The good news for PA is this is often the case, and Coach Kelly is pretty good at it. Secondly, chunk plays. PA's the number one predictor of victory in football is the team with the most explosive plays over 20 yards. Kevin consequently has designed his offense to get those chunk plays and get down the field, and he needs to be successful at that. Wynne likes to do very slow, prolonged drives. PA wants to do quick. They want to score quickly, under a minute. Third, PA needs to get Wynne's offense off the field. Wynne can eat up most of a quarter or even a quarter of football with their long sustained drives and running the clock and keeping it inbound. So PA has to find a way. It's been a very, very successful offense. PA has to find a way to get a stop. And finally, they got to get Wynne out of their comfort zone. If PA can get ahead by 2 or 3 touchdowns, which is a tall order, by no means guaranteed, but if they could in the second half, that would force Wynne into unfamiliar territory. They would have to switch into an up-tempo offense and start passing a lot. Normally, Wynne passes 4 or 5 times a game, and I would look for that to happen tonight. They will connect on some deep passes. And, it wouldn't surprise me if they scored once or twice on a deep pass, because PA is going to have to sell out to stop that run. So if we get them into passing a lot more than that, that's not their game.
Outstanding. Well, here, of course, we are in our Applied Research Center of Arkansas pregame show, so I want to take a moment and thank our sponsor, the Applied Research Center of Arkansas. They are just down the street from Pulaski Academy, and when you visit the Applied Research Center of Arkansas, you will receive the highest quality diagnosis and treatment. Their skilled staff and doctors specialize in treating acute illnesses that set in rapidly or are severe in nature. You can get accurate and prompt lab work done on site to ensure you have the most appropriate treatment. You and your family can get professional medical attention at highly affordable rates without having to wait for an appointment. Their advanced nurse practitioners can care for a variety of illnesses as well as provide school or work physicals, TB skin testing, and flu vaccines. Be sure to visit their website for a full list of clinical trials that they have ongoing. One of those right now, of course, being a COVID-19 vaccine trial that you can get on and help do your part to end this pandemic. Visit the Applied Research Center of Arkansas online at arcarkansas.com. Well, the team captains have met at center field, and it looks like representing the Bruins tonight is Caleb Nichols. He's a senior running back, 5'8", for the Bruins. As you just heard, Wynne won the toss, elected to receive. The Yellowjackets were represented by number 25, that's Javion Wilson, a wide receiver and defensive back. He's a junior on the team. So good to have, I read that wrong. That was 29, not 25. That's Rashad Connolly. He's a defensive end and tight end. 6'3", 220 pounds, and he's a sophomore. According to the roster, wow, it's a big kid to be a sophomore. What a game this is going to be. I know that we're having. Did we get those issues worked out? Okay. All right. I'll tell you what, folks, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the kickoff of tonight's game between the Bruins and the Yellowjackets in the 2020 5A semifinals. We'll be right back with more football on PA Live. The Week 12 Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game was sophomore offensive lineman Alan Thomason. In addition to football, Alan is also a member of the 2019 champion wrestling team. His favorite class is AP Physics with Mr. Reed. Alan works just as hard in the classroom as on the field. He has earned a 4.4 GPA. He is a member of the Spanish Club and the Student Council. In his spare time, he likes to hang out with family and friends. Congratulations to Alan Thomason, the Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game. And we are back. Welcome back to Rector Field at Joe B. Hatcher Stadium. Von Seelig out there with the tees, teeing up the ball in a traditional manner. This will be our very first Crown Trophy onside kick of the game. Here we go. There's the kick. Takes a nice bounce, but it is fielded by Yellowjackets. Number 4, that's Martarius Ross. And he actually took a couple of steps before being stopped after he fielded that one. It was only about 5 yards extra, but the Yellowjackets will take possession of the ball at the Bruins, was that 44, looks like?
That was a nice kick. He got that thing to go end over end and take the big hop. That's what you want to get. You also want to get the angle that's going to get you 10 yards. You can tell Wynne has been coached on that, and they stepped forward and caught it before it went about 8 yards, so we didn't have an opportunity.
Wynne's starting quarterback tonight is number 4, Martarius Ross. That's what it looks. No, excuse me. Yep, that is correct. So he's a big young man, 6'3". He has the snap. Not quite sure. Again, like you said earlier, it's going to be hard to keep up with who actually has the ball with this team. I think that was a keep.
That was a quarterback keeper up the middle, and they're just big and brutal. Of course, their right guard, number 63, Trey Wells, is committed to the Hogs. You can see him standing a head above everybody out there. They're a load. They're going to be hard to stop.
They certainly are. For those of you joining us for the first time, we do describe each play as if it's on the radio because we have many fans who are visually impaired. This helps them keep up with the game as well. There's the snap directly to Ross. He keeps it, but he's going nowhere. He lost 1 yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
And you notice PA is selling out to stop that run. They've got 2 wideouts on an island on either side, and they've got the corners up and man on those. Our other 9 players are walked up. We've walked up the linebackers. We've walked up the safeties. We are in there where it's going to take all the flesh we have to match their size in there.
10 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ross goes under center. He has one receiver on either end of the field, man in motion. There's the fake handoff. He's going to keep it, tries to go around the left side of the line, and he's going to make no forward progress there. He actually may have lost a couple of yards. We'll see where they place it. Nope, maybe he gained one. So he picked up one. Fourth down, 4 yards to go.
You can see they sent one of those slot backs to the right, the other to the left. So hard to tell who had the ball. PA swarmed to the ball. That's what we do best on defense. Put a lot of bodies on that runner to get him pushed back.
It is 42 degrees outside. So the windows are already fogging up in here. There's the long snap out to their punter. That is number 38, Brandon Goodwin. He picks it up, gives it a kick straight up into the air, and they're going to down the ball at about the 11-yard line where the Bruins will start their first offensive drive of the game with 9 minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
As is their custom, PA does not return punts. Coach Kelly always says if the other team wants to give you the ball, let them. And we get off the field, get out of the way, so there's no opportunity to muff that punt.
Looks like out there to receive the snap is Joe Hyman. He's going to take it. Actually lost the ball. There it is. I lost the ball. He did not. He picked up about 6 yards. We'll call it 7. That's going to be second and no, it's 6. So it's 2nd and 4.
You see PA's going up tempo. They have 3 down linemen on defense. Look for PA to run it against that. People think of PA as a passing team, but if they empty out the box, if they put 4 men in the box with 3 down linemen, Kevin's perfectly happy to run that ball.
That was Josiah Johnson with the carry that time. Looks like Hyman again in the shotgun.
Look for a quick tunnel screen here.
There's the snap. Handoff goes to Pfizer. Pfizer's going to pass it to the left side, back to Hyman. He's going to run it. He's across the 20, the 30, the 40, and he's going to get pulled out of bounds at about the 44-yard line.
He was one hand away from breaking that thing the distance.
Kevin Halpin just sent me a text message directly and says, hey, who's that with you? Is that Dr. Heffley? It sure is.
Hey, Kevin.
There's Pfizer in the shotgun. Twins on either end of the field. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. Oh, lots of pressure. He got that one off, though, and found Joe Hyman on the right side of the field. Joe didn't like the way he was tackled, but he got up. He's fine. There's actually a loss of 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12.
We sent our receivers deep, and good job for Pfizer to know his outlet was, and he got it to Hyman to avoid a sack.
This time he has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. There's the snap. He's looking to the left side. Pass is out there. He found Hyman at the 44. He's on his feet, and he'll get pulled out of bounds at the 46-yard line. They're going to have to watch out for those propane heaters over there. That could do some damage.
Wynne is coming out in what I would call an umbrella defense. They had 4 high safety that time, 3 down linemen. They are committing to keeping the ball in front of them, making PA throw the short pass. They're going to prolong our drive, try to get us into their game.
Pfizer has 3 pulled in tight on the right side, 1 receiver on the left, Hyman in the backfield. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side, pass is out there, and it sails over the head of Caleb Nichols. That is incomplete. It'll be 4th down, 5 yards to go.
That was a tough pass, got away from him just a little bit, just over Caleb's head. You notice there are 3 linemen stunted that time. Our O-line did a great job picking it up. We've got 5 guys blocking 3. So far, they're doing a great job with that.
This time he has 3 receivers wide on the right side, 1 far out to the left. Hyman is in the backfield on Pfizer's right side. From the shotgun, there's the snap. He's looking to the right. Pass is out there. He finds Dylan Allison and picks up the first down, +1.
So they're running a zone defense, cover 4. PA's, taking what they give them, and they're taking the short passes. Moving the ball, moving the chains, that's what you need.
That was our very first Aloft Hotel 4th down conversion of the game. Find Aloft Hotel, brand new facility right over there on Rawling Road, just right around the corner from my house.
So Pia's twin receivers, they have stacked the receivers.
They're stacked on either end of the field. Hyman in the backfield. From the shotgun, there's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Pfizer. It was a nice play. Hand off to Hyman. Hyman makes it up to the 35-yard line, picks up the first down for the Bruins. It was a nice handoff, the way he did that, and he acted like it was a fake handoff, but he was keeping it. But he did a good job of selling it.
Very good job. You know, they think of PA as a passing team. Joe Hyman has over 1,800 yards rushing this season. So.
That's right. He was only about 230 some odd yards away from 2,000 yards on the season before this game started.
Yeah.
This time Pfizer has 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the far left. Again, Pfizer in the backfield on his right side. 1st and 10.
Look for a double move on a deep route here.
There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. Lots of pressure. He's going to run out of the pocket, keep it himself, and he takes a dive, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards. Looks like they're going to say it's 7. So 2nd down, 3 to go. Again, he's doing a great job of reading that defense and making sure he goes with the safer option.
Yeah, and he put us in 2nd and short in a good situation. So it was a smart play by Pfizer.
6 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Same layout. He has 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Hyman in the backfield. There's the snap. He's looking. Lots of pressure. He's getting run out of the pocket. He's across the 30. The pass is out there, and I think he might have touched the fingertips of Cooper White.
He put the ball in a good place where only Cooper could get it. It was a difficult throw under pressure, being chased to the sidelines. He's good to get it off, but couldn't quite bring it in. 3
receivers out there. Folks, be sure to tell us your thoughts on the game. I don't really care for your thoughts on our broadcast. No, I'm just kidding. Give us your thoughts on the game on our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. So it's a text message at that line right there. We'll get it. 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. They're all pulled in tight this time. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Hyman. He goes to the right side of the field. There's a flag in the backfield. He's going to run out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and there's another flag. That's going to be a personal foul.
Late hit.
There's the first flag came out way back here at the 23. That's the 28-yard line.
That may have been a hold.
That's our first PI roofing penalty flag of the game.
When the quarterback flushes out like that, sometimes the O-line, if they're hanging onto their jersey, it becomes obvious and they get a hold. This may be offsetting penalty.
One of the cheerleaders got tackled on the sidelines during that play, but from what I hear, she's back up and seems to be okay.
It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. After the play, we have a personal foul, late hit out of bounds against the defense. That 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
That's an interesting way to do it. I don't know that I've ever actually seen them walk it off one direction and then walk it off and walk it back the other direction. It's kind of nice for the crowd. That way they know what's going on.
Yeah, I think we got the better of that exchange. One was a live ball foul, so they had to walk it off, but the one was after the play. It's an automatic first down at 15 yards. So we netted 5 yards on that deal.
So here's 1st and 10, 6:27 remaining in the first quarter. Pfizer's in the shotgun.
Split out beyond the numbers on both sides.
There's the snap. Pitch goes to Hyman. He circles around straight up the middle. He's across the 10. He's at the 10, and that's where he gets tripped up. I think that was Devin Holmes of the Yellowjackets.
That might be what you call spread to run. When you put your receivers way out like that and they're in a zone and they're moving people out, you just empty out the box. And, of course, you got a dynamic player like Hyman. You can take advantage of that.
Clock is ticking down to 6 minutes. This time he has 4 receivers on the right side. He has Hyman in the backfield on his left. Pfizer's in the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff to Hyman. He runs to the right side of the field, runs into the back of one of the Bruins, and he is stopped with about 3 yards to go before he found the end zone.
Yeah, he could have been easily stopped at the line of scrimmage. Hyman does not give up easily. You got to credit the O-line. They're doing a great job early in this game.
Certainly are. Of course, our Bruin claw for the offensive side of the ball last week went to Trace Hawkins. He's right up there up front doing a lot of that work tonight. This time again, he has 3 receivers on the right, 2 stacked on the left. Here's Pfizer from the shotgun. Hyman in motion. There's the snap. The ball goes to Hyman, and he is pushing for everything he's got. He might have picked up a yard. We'll see. He was stopped by Trayvon Holmes of Wynne.
Now it's Wynne doing a good job swarming to the ball. Hyman is not easy to bring down, but they brought a lot of bodies.
Well, Yellowjackets do one thing well, and that's swarm.
Yes, they do.
That's my hat tip to Holt.
We've got everybody in tight.
3 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap. Looking to the left side. The ball is out there, and there he is. He found Cooper White in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Beautiful play. Kevin likes to do that play on the – Coach Kelly likes to do that play on the near the end zone, 5-yard line or less. He brings everybody in tight and then bring guys – those guys went out to the left and brought somebody in from the opposite side. It's difficult to defend.
Four minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This for the extra point. He has 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. He has Dylan Allison in the end zone. The 2-point conversion attempt is good.
Beautiful play. He had Caleb Nichols open on the quick out route as well. He had 2 men open, but he threaded that ball in there. Very accurate pass. Good job.
Well done. It's a great way to start this one. Of course, now Wynne gets the ball back. So they're going to come back with everything that they have. They did a good job last time. It's interesting. One of the things that Holt and I have noticed through the years is the fact that when teams are playing, when teams are playing the Bruins, I don't want to get that confused with win and win. Anyway, the point being, at 4th down, our opponents, even though they typically will punt, when they play Pulaski Academy, more times than not, they're going to go for it, which is just interesting that they would do that here when it's not part of their offensive structure at all. It's just something that they think that they need to do when they're playing PA. So that was interesting to see them come out here and punt at their first 4th down of the game tonight.
I think when teams are playing a very explosive, high-scoring team, they realize, good coaches realize they have to take chances. They're going to have to take more chances than usual.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm already getting chilly in here.
You'll see them going for it on 4th down. You'll see them doing an onside kick. They'll run trick plays.
It's the kicking team. 5 yards from the ball went out of bounds. First down, Wynne.
Remember when the Saints beat, I believe, was it Peyton Manning and the Colts years ago when Colts were heavily, heavily favored. And they started out the second half with an onside kick just out of the blue. They went for it on 4th down right before the half. And teams take chances, and that's what you got to do to beat a high-scoring team.
So the Yellowjackets looking at their wrists for the play. Ross is under center. 2 receivers out to the right. He's going to hand that one off to Allen Jones. He meets the defensive line. I think he had made no more forward progress than that, though, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
And that fullback dive off the A-gap, B-gap to the right behind number 63, that's their favorite play. And PA was ready for it that time. They stuffed him.
Already getting loads of comments on our live fan feedback from Crown Trophy. Thank you. Ross under center. There's the snap. He's going to keep it this time, looking to pass. No, he's going to step back and run it. He's across the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, and he is met finally at the 15-yard line, placing them inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
Ross is a good athlete. He obviously can move. He's got a good arm as well. He will connect on some of those deep passes. So they lull you to sleep by run up the middle, and then they drop back. And credit to them, they got a big play that time. If you send everybody deep, our defenders go deep with them, and there's nobody left.
Ross under center. Everyone's pulled in tight this time. Man in motion. There's the snap. He's going to try and keep it. Wow. Who was that just tried to suplex him? They were not going to pick him up, but he certainly tried. That was Fuda Shinkawa, of course. Fuda about bit off more than he could chew that one. He still was able to stop his momentum and bring him down. So I've seen him do it with athletes smaller than him, of course, but
Of course, Fuda's a 3-year starter. I've enjoyed watching him for 3 years. I was talking to him in practice yesterday. He was so fired up about being here today. Such a great young man, and he shoots around that field like a bullet. He is so quick.
well, anybody that watches the broadcast knows that I'm a big fan of Fuda. There's the snap. Handoff this time goes to Jayden Potter, and he scrambles up the field to about the 10-yard line where he is stopped. It's a gain of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5.
You notice the deception got the best of them that time. They had a little reverse play. I believe they pulled the guard and tackle on that. We like to call that Raptor. Some people call it Trey. They kick out the end and lead up the hole, and it worked for them.
Josiah Johnson with the tackle on that one.
Now they got their wideouts back.
It's 3rd down, 5 yards to go, 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock and counting. There's the snap. And Ross is going to run it to the left side of the field, and he is stopped at the 5-yard line. So lots of running, but no gain on the play. No, I'm sorry. I misspoke. I'm looking at the wrong marker down there. It looks
he got close. He's got 4th and 1.
Well, from the way that yeah, you're right. It's hard to see from down here. It looks like that marker is actually on the 5, but it's not. It must be on the 4.
You know, there's always a pitch man on this. All their plays, they run that triple option. You got to have contain. You got to turn that guy in where you have help.
There's the snap. He's going to try and push it straight across, and I think they didn't make any forward progress, according to the side judge anyway. Oh, no, excuse me. That was the inches that they needed for the first down. So it's now 1st and goal for the Yellowjackets. 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And this is their MO. This is what we talked about. They like to grind it down the field. They got that one big play where the quarterback broke loose on the scramble. But other than that, they've been pounding away. And it wears down your defense. PA needs to find ways to get them off the field.
6 seconds on the play clock. Ross under center. There's the snap. Gives a pitch. Wow. Gives a pitch out to Allen Jones, and he got hit hard right onto his back by Davis Halsell.
And that's what I was talking about, the contain. That time they had contain, they got a tackle for loss.
I'm being told that was Romello Bell with the tackle, not Davis. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. The Bruins lead 8-0. Wynne is in the red zone from the Bruins' 6-yard line.
They're in tight. Get contained, get over there.
Not quite. Almost in there. That was Jayden Potter with the carry. He made his way up to about the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal.
This is the end of the first quarter.
Okay, so with that is the end of the first quarter. I'm going to give you a score update real quick on one of the ones that we're also watching tonight, and that is Little Rock Christian playing at Harrison. The score there, Little Rock Christian has 14 points. Harrison 0 with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Wow.
That has got to be a game and a half, and that's something that surprises me right there is that score, just because of the fact that Harrison has been a football powerhouse the past several years now. We saw that firsthand last year. They played a great game, and so I would, going from, if you look at Little Rock Christian's schedule this year and then look at the scores that they've put up against various teams, I did not expect to hear a 14-0 score in the first quarter there.
I didn't either. I've been hearing a lot of great, of course, Little Rock Christian's got a great program too, but been hearing a lot of great things about Harrison and how they've been dominating people, and sounds like Little Rock Christian's got the better of them so far.
Turn real quickly to our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. We have one fan that says, "Go Bruins." Another says, "Pumped, ready to cheer for PA." That one's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And from the Air Force Special Warfare Training Center in San Antonio, "Go Bruins." I'd sing you the song that I remember from there, but no. Not going to do that. Got another fan that says, "Go Wynne, go Jackets." Got another fan that says something that got him blocked. Let's go, Jalen. That's his grandson from Pawpaw Byron and Uncle Skeet in Jonesboro, and the Yellowjackets punch it in. I'm waiting for the sign.
There it
yes,
is.
that is a touchdown for the Yellowjackets.
All 22 players in a scrum there, they just managed to punch it across.
Right. So 11:54 remaining in the second quarter. Of course, as you said, it was a pile of everyone, so it was impossible to see exactly who carried the ball from at least my vantage point. Here comes the extra point attempt. It's a kick. The kick is up, and it is good. That came up off the foot of Braden Maddox. So the Bruins continue to lead by 1, 8-7 over the Wynne Yellowjackets.
Interesting that the Bruins went for 2 and Wynne chose to go for 1. A lot of times you'll see teams try to match that if the other team is. But
I think that, it's like you mentioned earlier, some teams will actually come out and try to play the more aggressive ball, but they're not used to it. Well, I wonder, it looks like Wynne is being true to themselves here. It's
Right.
like, this is how we know how to play, how we know how to win. And, of course, they come into this game undefeated just like Pulaski Academy.
right.
So they know how to play their ball. So it looks like they're sticking to their guns and saying, look, we don't know how to play your style of ball, but we definitely know how to play ours. So we're going to come to your house and do it our way.
Their attitude is, you know what we're going to do. We use the same formation. We've got about 3 or 4 plays. You still got to stop us, and that's not easy to do, obviously.
All right, well, there's the kick back to the Bruins. Looks like this one is going to be fielded by Caleb Nichols. He comes across the 25, and he is brought down at about the 27-yard line. He was stopped by number 5. That is Trayvon Holmes, the Jackets. Somebody from Wynne, tell me, when you're talking about the Yellowjackets, do you say, if you don't want to say the whole name, Yellowjackets, do you say Jackets? Do you say YJs? Or is there a shortened version of that you go with? I'm just curious. Let me know on our live fan feedback. Looks like Bruffett is out there this time. He's in the gun. He has twins stacked on the left. He has 2 receivers also stacked on the right. This time the pitch went to Dylan Allison. He's across the 30, has some help at the 35, makes his way up to the 40, was where he steps out of bounds, and is stopped by number 42. That's O.J. Mars.
A couple of big low line out there leading the way for Dylan. Of course, Dylan's running hard. I believe that was Trace Hawkins.
I would not be surprised. This time, Bruffett has 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes to Hyman, straight up the middle. He's met by 1, passes 2, passes 3. Finally brought down at the 45-yard line. I think we're going to mark it at the 46. That's enough for a Bruin first down.
Seems like one guy can never bring Joe Hyman down.
Right. It's going to take 2 or 3 or more.
He takes hit after hit after hit, and he got 10 yards after he should have been tackled.
Bruffett now again in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hyman in the backfield. Nope, he's going to step up onto the line. So now he has 2 receivers on the left side. There's the snap, looking to the left. He finds, who is that masked man?
That's Caleb.
That is Caleb. No, excuse me, that's Jalen Witcher.
Jalen Witcher, yeah.
Yeah, so Jalen is stopped out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. It picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Actually, they gave him another one. It looks like it's 2nd and 4. There's the snap. Handoff to Hyman. Hyman straight up the middle. He gets met by 4 Yellowjackets at the 40. Looks like they're going to call it the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 1.
People may be wondering why PA is running it so much. They've got 3 down linemen. They got 1 linebacker behind them. Their defense is spread out. They are committed to not letting PA burn them with a deep pass, and they've been successful at that. So we're picking up on what their scheme is and what their strategy is, at least thus far.
3rd and 3, 10 minutes, 24 seconds. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. Pass is out there. It's complete to Caleb. No, excuse me. That is Cooper White. He picks up the first down, plus 10. They're going to place that one at the 26-yard line. First down, Bruins.
Great pass by Nolan Bruffett. Put it right in the right spot. It's amazing you can have 8 defenders out there in zone coverage, and Cooper ran right to a hole.
Back to Harrison. Harrison has now scored, so it's 14-7. Little Rock Christian is up. There's the snap to Bruffett. He's looking to the left side. Pass is out there, and he has, oh no, I think that one was intercepted. Let's see what they say. Yes, it was. That's a touchback. That was intercepted in the end zone. I think that was number 42, Timmy Watson.
Well, that was a jump ball, and defender had position on it, kind of posted up on the receiver.
I think that was intended for Jalen Witcher. That's normally his spot. So the Yellowjackets will take possession at their own 20-yard line after catching that interception in the end zone. 9 minutes, 47 seconds remaining in the second quarter. There's the snap. Boy, it's so hard to see who is up with that ball.
And from our vantage point now, we're looking at what the defense is looking at. With those O-linemen in the way, you can see a nexus of multiple people intersecting behind the center, but you can't tell who emerges with the ball.
That was number 1, Carl Washington, with the carry. He picks up 2 yards on that one, so it's second down, 8 yards to go for the Yellowjackets. There's the snap. He's going to roll out to the left side. It's a keep, and he is stopped by, I'm trying to see who actually hit him first. That was Josiah Johnson.
You saw that time the right tackle shifted to the A gap, and Isaiah Wood walked up to the B gap. You know, that's one thing PA does. Our defensive coaches, Coach Taylor and Coach Wyatt and Coach Thrasher, are so great about that. They keep the line moving around, the linebackers walking up. Those O-line, every few seconds, it's switching who they have to block.
Ross is under center. Everyone's pulled in tight this time. He's looking to pass. The pass is out there off the left side, and it is way over the head of Devin Holmes. It's lucky. It's lucky that was over his head, because I think he got hit just a little bit early, but that pass was not catchable.
Yeah. And that is that two pass plays they've run?
It is.
And the first one he scrambled. And
I'm going to take a look at our stats provided by the Holt family.
Their characteristics.
The Short family. I do that every week, don't I, Holt?
They like to pass to their wideouts. They've got 2 slot backs that will go out. They'll send everybody on a go route, but they like to go to the wide guy. They usually go to the wide side of the field. That was atypical. They went to the short side.
So now the punt is going to fall at the 45-yard line on the Bruins side of the field, and it's going to be downed at the 42-yard line.
So one of the keys to the game is PA had to get some stops, and we managed to get a 3-and-out there. We had an interception, but hadn't cost us a lot yet.
Let me take a look real quickly at our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. Let's see. Let's go Bruins, cheering from Jonesboro. That's Jared, class of 2010. So far, Bruins look in control. Go Bruins. That's from Ron Jones of Remax Affiliates Realty. The broadcasters are awesome on PA Live. Well, thank you very much.
Empty backfield.
Has an empty set. 3 receivers on the left. 2 to the right. There's the pass. It's complete to Joe Hyman at the 40. He's at the 45, the 50. And he's run out of bounds there at the 50-yard line by 25. That's Javion Wilson.
I'd like to thank my mom for the broadcasters are awesome comment. My first time to do this, I would be following the NFL player,
right.
Jason King. Jason, I've known him since he was a little boy. He's such a great young man.
That was a lot of fun last week.
He did a great job.
There's Pfizer in the shotgun. He has the snap. The pass is complete to Caleb Nichols down the right side of the field, the left side of the field, and he is finally pushed out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. It's good enough for a first down. Let's see, just a quick factoid. The most passes Wynne has had to defend in one game this year was 12, and that was against Batesville. PA may have thrown 12 this last quarter. There's the snap to Pfizer. He's going to pass it in the backfield to Hyman, and he's going to run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. I think that's a loss of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12.
I did watch some game film on what Wynne has faced, and they have faced some teams that will spread it out, but they spread it to run. They still run the ball, and when they do pass, it's more like this passing game you see here. They send guys on a go route and loft it up there. So this is, both teams are having to defend something they're not used to.
Well, just to that point, it's funny, we were watching that pass the last drive. Wynne fan here, watching your stream. Don't worry about our receivers at all. They may touch the ball once in this game, if at all.
Yeah.
Pfizer's in the backfield. He has 2 men with him.
Wearing pistol.
There's the snap. He's going to hand that one off to Joe. Hyman makes his way up to the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 4 yards to go for the Bruins. I'm trying to work my way up. Let's see. Dr. Heffley, Brad Frank here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Biggest Kevin Kelly Pulaski Academy biggest fan. I learned of PA when the University of Tulsa recruited your son as a quarterback. Thank you.
Oh, great. Well, thanks, Brad. Will had a great experience over there in Tulsa.
Pfizer in the shotgun. There's the snap. The pass is complete to Cooper White at the 22-yard line. That's enough to move the chains. First down for the Bruins.
That 10-yard hook worked a little bit ago, and Nolan put it on the money, and Charlie Pfizer did the same. So it's Cooper on that 10-yard hook play, and watch for them to come back to that if they don't fill that hole.
Going up north for our Crown Trophy live fan feedback, Steve Lowry calling in from Calgary, Canada. Checking in. Says, I think this team could win it all. Pfizer's in the gun. He has 2 receivers on the right, 3 to the left. There's the snap. He's looking to the left side. Lots of pressure, and he's going to work his way out of the pocket up to the 21-yard line. He'll pick up about 3 yards on his own there.
Interesting, they've been putting 4 guys in the box, and that play we emptied the backfield, so we had 5 guys spread very wide. You would think that would clear out the box, but instead they brought 5 in the box, and the 2 linebackers, they ran a stunt and actually came in and caught us off guard. Got 2 Pfizer.
Once we have a pause in our action here, we'll go over some of those stats provided by Caleb Short. Thank you, Caleb. There's the snap to Pfizer, handoff to Hyman. He's going to make his way up to the center of the scrum again, and he is hit 3 times in a row. I'm not sure that he made any forward progress, maybe 1 yard.
So you see Wynne modifying their offense, in-game adjustments. They're walking up their linebackers now, bringing 5 guys and stopping the run. And if they stop the run, look for them to Kevin's going to try to make them pay for it with the ball going over their head.
I want to say hello to a good friend of mine, Sean Regan, who's out there watching the game tonight. Thanks for the comments, Sean. There's the snap. Pfizer rolling out the left side, looking for someone, not going to find him, so he's going to keep it, and he'll be forced out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 1 yard to go for the Bruins.
Again, looks like they had 5 guys coming there for the rush that time, so they have switched up their strategy a little bit. Empty backfield, look for a quick tunnel screen.
He has 3 receivers on the right, 2 to the left, empty set. 8 seconds on the play clock, 5:33 remaining in the first half. There's the snap to Pfizer. He's going to keep it, running to the right side, and he's going to get stopped after picking up the first down. He'll be stopped right there at about, we'll go ahead and call it the 10-yard line. Nicely done. Trying to see if that's still, yes it is. That is Pfizer. There's the snap. Handoff to Hyman. He runs to the left side of the field. He's across the 10, the 5, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Ran out of empty backfield and had Hyman coming across, and he just outraced everybody to the goal line. Had some good blockers out in front of him. you know, PA works a lot on that, on having receivers that can block well.
So the Bruins set up for their extra point attempt. Looks like they are going for two. Pfizer has twins stacked on both ends, pulled in tight, man in motion. There's the snap, handoff. Trying to see who that was. Caleb Nichols. Caleb Nichols punches it in for 2 points. Way to go. So the Bruins now lead 16-7. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Let's turn our attention one more time over to our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. Roger and Jenny Cole say, "Go Bruins." Who's in the booth with you tonight? Well, it's the mystery man. No, this is Bill Heffley up here, Dr. Bill Heffley, who is the team doctor or team surgeon or both or what?
Roger and Jenny and my wife Lisa and I think we're all of our kids in grades together. Our kids matched up. And, of course, Carter and Will played together, and Roger and I coached together. And great to hear from the Coles. Great people, great family.
Well, another fan writes in, says, "Go Yellowjackets, Delta Swarm."
No. The key on that onside kick is you got to go past 10 yards.
Right.
And PA has like 12 different onside kicks. Back before they changed the rules about 10 years ago, we used to have about 40. But statistically, PA, if they get one onside kick, they win 96% of the time. If they get two, they win 98% of the time.
That onside kick was fielded by their quarterback, Martarius Ross. Here he is under center. There's the snap. He's going to back up, looks to pass. The pass is out there.
He's out there. He's open.
And he has it. He's in the, I think he might be. Let's see what they call it. Yes, that's a touchdown. That was complete to Devin Holmes. Wow.
Well, you recall in the opener, I said look for them to complete a couple of those, and it wouldn't surprise me if they scored once or twice. That's their MO. I looked at 3 games, and they passed 4 times in one and 5 in the other 2. And so it's such a run-heavy offense that it catches you off guard. You have to commit to that run. They're a big physical team.
So here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up. I think it got tipped, but the kick is good. Yeah, that was Fuda that got a finger on it, but it was still good. So the score is now 16-14. Pulaski Academy leads by 2. Wow.
Deep in the playoffs, 2 teams that are 11-0.
That's exactly what I expected.
We got what we came here for. This is a game. It's going to be a fight.
No doubt. All right, so let's see. Going back to our fan feedback, Go Jackets, class of 93 alumni. How about a shout-out to Washington, D.C. from a fan who binge-watched the entire season last night. I'm guessing he's talking about To the House. And I've watched that myself. It was kind of surreal to hear my voice on there. It was kind of weird, but it was fun to watch. They did a lot of cool behind-the-scenes stuff that even I didn't know about, so it was a lot of fun. The new Providence Pipeline cheering on Pulaski Academy from up north. Go Bruins. Want to give a shout-out to Abby and Nate, both class of 2008, who are expecting their first future Bruin any day now. Well, congratulations. There's the kick. Back to the Bruins. That one is fielded by Hyman. He was at the 25, the 30, and he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a respectable return. It's one of those things that you have to really be careful of because kickoff returns and punt returns are 2 of the most dangerous, as far as injury goes.
Yes.
2 of the most dangerous plays in the game.
You see a lot of rule changes at the NFL level trying to diminish the number of injuries in those plays.
And to answer my question earlier, they say just Jackets. They just say Jackets. So
now we got Nolan Bruffett out here in an empty backfield.
Nolan Bruffett looking to the left side. The pass is complete to Jalen Witcher. He shakes off one defender and steps out of bounds kind of got tripped up there by somebody. But he stepped out at the 48-yard line, picking up the first down.
Kevin loves a good crossing route. He told me his nickname for a while was Crossing Kevin. He had him coming across, and they went back to rushing 3 that time. Nolan took his time and checked down to the correct receiver.
Bruffett, man in motion. There's the handoff to Caleb Nichols. He's across the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Finds somebody out there, and he's forced down at the 4-yard line. I think he was tackled finally by Trayvon Jones, excuse me. I think that was right. Number 5, that's right. Yeah, Trayvon Jones. Very good.
That was a clever play design. We had our own nexus that time. We had 2 players run in front of the quarterback in different directions at the same time. Hard to tell who had the ball, and obviously defense got fooled a little bit.
Well, that puts the Bruins back inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone. From the Yellowjackets 3-yard line, here they are, first and goal. There's the snap, and looks like Bruffett kept on that one. He might have picked up a yard or 2.
Keep them honest, empty the backfield, send everybody out wide, and send your quarterback on a draw up the middle.
4 minutes and 6 seconds and counting left in the first half. Bruins lead 16-14 over Wynne. Now Bruffett in the shotgun. He has Hyman in the backfield on his left. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap. The pass is complete in the end zone. That's Cooper White with a touchdown.
You know, that was a made-up play. That was a call play. Coach Kelly, he's got 1,000 plays, but I saw him down there calling the hand signals. He called each individual route to all 5 receivers, and he has a vision that other people don't see. It was like that Bruce Willis movie where you could
yeah. I see touchdowns.
Right. He sees holes in the defense, and now that is something PA does. They do it every week.
Yes, they do.
And they will catch teams on that 2, 3, 4 times in a game.
So what he's talking about, of course, is catching the defense offsides during the extra point attempt. So they'll move up a little closer. Let's see if they continue with the kick. He's going to send Josiah Johnson out there.
You know, the holder yells hut. Everybody puts their hand down, which is a uniform movement across the line.
Right.
The ball does not move. That's a legal play, and it just gets you closer to the goal line. So we're going to switch from a kick and go from 2 now because we got 1.5 yards instead of 3 yards.
It is interesting to see Josiah run out there on these offensive plays. He's typically this season overall he's been a defensive player. Now Bruffett in the shotgun. Everyone pulled in tight. There's the snap. He fakes a pitch, but instead that's Jalen Witcher carrying the ball right into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good.
I went to practice a couple times this week, and I saw Josiah was going to be coming in our offense. He's such a gutsy player, and of course he's just nothing but muscle. So he's handy to have in there on offense and lead blocker on that.
Let's see. My husband was once a head coach for Wynne Yellowjackets, but our daughter, Carrie Bone, has been a PA teacher for 18 years, and our granddaughter, Jordy, a PA Bruin all her school life. Go Bruins.
Oh, that's great.
That's fun. Let's see. It would be good for y'all to have a TV so we can see what we're seeing. You can't see from being at ground level. We're not at ground level. We're actually sitting right next to the camera. It's just harder to see it when you don't have a zoom lens built into your eyeballs. That's okay, though. We'll do as best as we can. Love your description of what's going on during the game. Very informative. Thank you very much. Let's see. Number 63, Terry Wells, is the best offensive lineman in Arkansas. Now, he's from Wynne. We'll see. That onside kick, that's another Crown Trophy onside kick. That one was covered up by Wynne. That is Ross again. That's his second. That's the quarterback out there. He's receiving those onside kicks. That's his second one tonight.
I guess they figured the quarterback touches the ball the most. He's he's got sure hands, so
Sure.
he's been covering it up.
Makes sense. 3 minutes, 48 seconds until halftime. Stick around for our, I'm going to think about that a second, our Ackles Carpet One halftime show, you know, bouncing back and forth between football and basketball. I have to think about all these different sponsors, but I'm so grateful to have every one of them. But so tonight for our Ackles Carpet One halftime show, we're going to bring you the Bruin Brigade to be out there on the field. 1st and 10. On the 47-yard line, there's the snap to Ross. He's going to – wait a minute. Is that another number 4? That can't be. Surely I read that wrong.
That was a new formation. I don't believe we've seen that tonight.
That was 14. He handed that off to Alan Jones.
Alan Jones, their big fullback. But you notice they didn't have a wideout on the right. They had one on the left.
Right.
That wideout on the right was over to tight end on the left. So they stacked him up there and sent school body left, blocking for him.
Well, he picked up 8 yards in doing it. It's 2nd down, 2 yards to go. This time he has one receiver all the way out on the left side.
They got that same formation.
Ross under center. There's the snap. Again, handoff to Alan Jones. He picks up 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and 1.
So far, they're overloading the left side of the line, and they've run that way both times. So I don't know if they're trying to set us up for a reverse.
Right.
At the 39-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Ross under center.
Same formation.
Same formation. He has Jones in the backfield. Man in motion. There's the snap. This time he pitches it out. That's to Jaden Potter. And the Yellowjackets think they picked up the first down, but the referees say no, they did not.
So they set us up going strong side the first 2 times and then try to come back weak side.
They did pick up 1 yard, so it'll be 4th and 1. The score on the Little Rock Christian game is 21-14 in the 2nd quarter. That's against Harrison. 4 minutes remaining in the half. Another nail biter up there. It's a little closer. That's more like what I expected up there.
That's Little Rock Christian still over Harrison?
Yes. 21-14. And now we have, looks like a timeout.
Timeout.
That's our first.
That's their first timeout of the half.
Our first Hug and Haul timeout of the game. So I'm going to take that opportunity to catch up on some of our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. Let's see. Let's go Jackets, class of 2010. Once a jacket, always a jacket. Let's go Wynne. Shout out to Brooks Walton at Auburn from Northwest Arkansas. Joe Hyman's cousin from Pine Bluff by way of Ruston, Louisiana. Great job, analysts, and go Bruins. Another one says go Bruins. Let's see. Tyrell, number 50. That's Tyrell Johnson. Go Tyrell from his family. Let's go Jackets. This team has what it takes to go all the way. Go Bruins. That's Petty, the class of 08. Go Bruins from Chloe and Charlie Ross, the athletic trainer's biggest fans. And lastly, go Bruins from Carol Johnson. Thanks for watching, y'all.
And I had kids in most of these classes. So
I'm sure you did.
They've probably all been over the house.
Here's Ross under center. 4th and 1. There's the snap. The pitch goes all the way out to Carl Washington, and he's found the first down and a little more. So he was finally knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. One of the Bruins are down on his knees there.
So the quarterback turns to the right and spins around and does a quick pitch. They got outside quickly, not their usual triple option.
There is a Bruin player down the play.
That is, unfortunately, that is Fuda Shinkawa.
Hopefully he got the wind knocked out of him from the way he's standing up.
I don't know.
What are they looking at?
It's his leg, it looks like.
Oh, no.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Bruin football on PA Live.
Bruins fans, for the Lyon College tip of the game. If you're interested in a college, apply early. It shows the admission team you're interested and puts you on their radar. It can even lead to scholarship opportunities. Applying does not mean you have to attend that college. Remember to review admission requirements before applying. Apply for free at lion.edu/apply. Go Bruins!
I think we are. Yeah, welcome back. Minute 43 until halftime. Yeah, Fuda Shinkawa was shaken up on that one. It looks like his left foot, but he is walking off the field. That's always a good sign.
Great to see him walking under his own power. He's not moving that left arm. I'm not sure what's up with that.
I think he's just holding his calf. It might be a cramp, the way he's holding it. Maybe not. Yeah. We'll see. In the meantime, there's the snap to handoff to Alan Jones again. He was stopped by Luke Witham. He picked up 2 yards. Be 2nd and 8. He didn't like something about the way that Luke stopped him. He stopped and pointed at him. So 2nd down, 8 yards to go inside the Bruins territory at the 29-yard line. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining until halftime. And counting. 9 seconds.
Single wide out to the left, just a foot from the sideline.
There's the snap. Handoff again goes to 14. That's Jones. He takes a big hit. And is that did I see a flag? No. I'm trying. Who was that hit him? Was that Josiah? Didn't see it.
I couldn't tell. He hit him hard.
Certainly did. Normally when somebody gets that hit that hard, that's Josiah Johnson with the hit.
It may have been Liam Dick.
You may be right. He's also another one that's pretty powerful. There's the snap, the carry, this time by Jaden Potter. He makes his way across the 20 up to about the 15-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down for the Jackets. 15 seconds remaining, and the Jackets call a timeout.
Timeout, Wynne. It's their 2nd timeout of the half.
So that's another Hug and Hall timeout. We can catch up a little bit more with our live fan feedback. Go Bruins, go number 6, cheering you guys on. That's Granny and your Aunt Carla and V. You can do it, Bruins. Why does Pulaski never punt and always go for 2? Well, because, you can watch all kinds of things on TV about that. Pull it up on YouTube or HBO, and there's lots of interviews that Coach Kelly has done where he describes why that is more advantageous, statistically speaking. He's a real numbers guy. His degree is in accounting, and so he basically looked at all the numbers of the game and has decided these are all of the plays that make sense in these positions. Screaming, go Jackets. Let's see, 5A East represent. Go Jackets from Cherry Valley. Watching from Laurel, Maryland, Joe Hyman's father and I grew up best friends in Gilmore and have remained best friends for 50 years. Fantastic. So 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Here are the Yellowjackets back out there. Ross under center. He has Jones in the backfield. There's the snap, looking to pass. Lots of pressure, and he is going to be tackled for a loss. He holds on to the football as he's brought down. So he
Timeout, Wynne. That is their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Wynne takes another Hug and Hall timeout with 7 seconds left on the clock. That was a loss of about 4 yards for the Yellowjackets. Didn't quite see who it was that had the tackle. Yeah, Fuda Shinkawa still on the sidelines he is stretching that out. That is what that is. He's dealing with a Charlie horse, a cramp of some kind there in his thigh and his calf. So hopefully he'll be all right. In the meantime, going back to our Crown Trophy live fan feedback, being a Joe T. Robinson fan, PA will blow this team out. The Bruins will break their spirit in the end. I don't know about that. This is a fantastic team, and they have earned their right to be here tonight. That's for sure. Let's see. Stingham Jackets, number 56 from Proud Alumni. Come on, Jay. That's Pawpaw Byron, of course. If you're not familiar, that Pawpaw Byron is Jalen Witcher's granddad. He watches from up there in Jonesboro. The Little Rock game is now Little Rock Christian game is now at halftime. Warriors have 24 and Harrison's Goblins have 14. Here comes the field goal attempt from Braden Maddox. They're going to have that teed up at about the 27-yard line. Let's see it. Kick is up, and it's going to go wide to the left. That's no good. So now the clock is going to stop at 2 seconds. The Bruins will take possession of the ball.
Credit to the Bruins. Wynne got some big plays on that drive, but PA managed to stop them. Get that offense off the field.
Just crazy to have that out there with 2 seconds left. But I've seen them score with 2 seconds, so we'll see.
Typically in this situation, you'd see them take a knee, but you never know with PA.
It looks like they're not. Pfizer's out there in the gun. He has 3 receivers on the right. You've got Joe Hyman way back here. He's going to catch a pass. He's going to run it up the 20. He's at the 35 and actually pushed out of bounds at the 40. I'm surprised there's not a flag there for late hit because they were out there on the white stripe.
Yeah, Joe noticed it. He hit him out of bounds.
Yeah, he didn't appreciate it either, but that's okay. So we go to halftime. The Bruins lead by 10, 24-14 over Wynne's Yellowjackets. We're going to take a short break, and the Bruin Brigade is going to set up on the field to play for you tonight. And we'll be right back with the Ackles Carpet One halftime show here on PA Live. Okay, we're not going to go to break. We're going to keep it right here for a moment. And in the meantime, as the Brewing Brigade sets up, I want to tell you a little bit about our halftime sponsor. That is Ackles Carpet One. They can get it for you at wholesale. That's not just a slogan at Ackles Carpet One. It's their real money-saving story. You can get the lowest prices on carpets, floors, and real wood cabinets. They have nationwide buying power, low overhead, and local ownership that make all of this possible. Don't shop at the home centers or online when you can shop local and get the best wholesale prices. At Ackles Carpet One, we make it beautiful for less. AcklesCarpet1.com. As you can see, the cheerleaders making their way out onto the field, and unfortunately we can't carry their audio. It's all copywritten, but in the meantime, I'll go down some more of the scores around the state for you. As soon as I get those pulled up, you can enjoy watching the girls there. Another group of athletes on the field. Let's see. I'm from Bryant, and I never completely realized how much a team like, I'm not sure what that's supposed to say. I'm just going to keep going. Dr. Heffley, great having you in the booth. You know I'll always be a Bruin. Love to your family, from Carol Simons.
Ah, Mrs. Simons, good to hear from you. We're all Bruins.
Someone else, that's Sean Regan, says, I see touchdowns. Clever Sixth Sense reference. I like that one. I have to save your number in here, Sean, so that I don't miss you in the future. Good to hear from her, bud, and we need to get together again soon. Of course, once we can, I guess. It kind of puts a damper on things. You know, normally it's like, hey, let's get together, let's hang out. No, never mind.
Can't do it.
Well, you know, it hasn't really stopped me with Matt Johnston. He and I used to, at least we did for about a week or two. Well, a month or two. We would call each other on either the phone or on FaceTime and sit up. We have a fire going outside. He would have one, I'd have one. We'd both have a cold beverage, and mostly it was chocolate milk or water, typically.
Yes, I think virtual happy hour has become a thing.
Right. Yeah.
The last 10 months.
Well, that's the thing. That's the deal. Let's see. For all of us non-PA fans, who is Judy R. Buck? Well, that's a good question. If you, of course, notice the Judy R. Buck Strength and Conditioning Center. Judy Buck was Coach Kelly's mom, and she passed away several years ago, and some folks wanted to recognize not only her contributions, but Coach Kelly as well, so built that with her name on it. I think there's actually a good story behind that, but I don't know all of the details, so I'm not going to tell it because I'm sure I'll get it all wrong. But it's a very sweet, endearing story. But that's who she is. She was Coach Kelly's mom.
She was loved by the entire PA community. She was always front and center on the 50-yard line at every game, and we loved seeing her here and for so many years. And tragically, she was taken too soon. But I think it's a fitting memorial that we named that building after her. And I think I'm glad that happened. Everybody remembers Judy.
All right. Let's go ahead and go down on the field now where the Bruin Brigade is making their way out to midfield. We can join them live.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment tonight, the Bruin Brigade will be playing music from one of the most successful and popular classic rock bands of all time. Led by the late, great Freddie Mercury, this British group brought a fresh new sound to the world of rock. The opener for tonight's show is popular hit from Queen's 1978 album Jazz. Please welcome Abby Henry and the Bruin Brigade to the field and enjoy our performance of Don't Stop Me Now. Will close tonight's show with one of the most recognizable songs of all time. This 1977 piece was voted the world's favorite song in a 2005 poll and was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2009. The band pays tribute to our state championship Bruins with this high-energy rendition of We Are the Champions. senior drum major Abby Henry and is under the direction of Mr. Lane Martins. Let's have another big round of applause for the Pulaski Academy Bruin Brigade.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Tell me where to go, what to do. 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 Tell me where to go. Get me out of here.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. Clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
Hey there, this is Dr. Brian Fuller from the class of 94, and you are watching PA Live.
This Friday night spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value student of the week, Trace Hawkins. Trace leads by example. He consistently works hard, encourages his teammates, and exhibits a calm demeanor in high-pressure situations. He is truly a role model for the younger offensive linemen. Congratulations to our core value student of the week, Trace Hawkins. Our core value student of the week is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Just another way Caldwell cares. Senior Nolan Bruffett is our Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Nolan is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. He shows that in his continuous hard work and commitment to his tasks, both academically and athletically. He is smart, encouraging, selfless, and a great example to others. Please join us in congratulating Nolan Bruffett, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. In Week 12, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game was sophomore cornerback Jalen McKinney. Jalen's favorite class is World History with Mrs. Prim. In his spare time, Jalen enjoys playing NBA 2K with friends. Most don't know that at the age of 12 years old, Jalen was selected for the All-American football team. Please join us in congratulating Jalen McKinney, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game. The Week 12 Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game was sophomore offensive lineman Alan Thomason. In addition to football, Alan is also a member of the 2019 champion wrestling team. His favorite class is AP Physics with Mr. Reed. Alan works just as hard in the classroom as on the field. He has earned a 4.4 GPA. He is a member of the Spanish Club and the Student Council. In his spare time, he likes to hang out with family and friends. Congratulations to Alan Thomason, the Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game.
Welcome back. This is our second half of tonight's game. We want to thank Akel's Carpet One, our halftime show sponsor. Not much of one tonight, but that's okay. I tell you what, we've got some other scores around the state I'm going to tell you about real quickly. Again, just to recap the score here, Pulaski Academy leads by 10, 24 over Wynne's 14. The score that is a lot closer than what it was at the beginning of the game that really – I feel better about this one now. Little Rock Christian leads 24-14. Wait a minute. They have the exact same score that we do. I just now realized that. Mm-hmm. I've said it.
Yeah.
I've said it to Bill several times already, and it was like, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same score. Anyway.
Both 5A semifinal games.
Both 5A semifinal games, and so, golly, it's one of those things that. They're a crosstown rival. It's, and that rivalry is, well, I don't want to say it's fun because sometimes it's just not, especially in our position. It's been trying at times, but I'd like for it to be fun. But anyway, on the one hand, I don't want to see the Bruins playing the Warriors again at War Memorial, but of course at the same time, well, that would be fun, right?
So that'll make it 3 years in a row if it happened.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It would be. So that's not fun for the rest of the state for sure. So anyway, let's see. Again, that score is 24-14. Harrison behind on that one as well. They're the home team there. Warren and Nashville digging down into 4A. Nashville leads Warren 13-6. Rivercrest leads Crossit 35-7 in the second quarter. Shiloh Christian leads Dumas 17-6. Ozark has 14 points to Stuttgart's 6. And those are all of the 4A scores. Of course, the 7A and 6A championship games are both tomorrow. So, here are the Yellowjackets kicking off to the Bruins. That is Caleb Nichols diving on that kickoff at the 23-yard line. Open this window back up here.
The key to the game that we're going to be watching in the second half is whether or not Fuda comes back out. He's been holding his left hamstring muscle belly. Muscle belly is better than the hamstring origin tendon up top. So, Dr. Sam Moore has been checking him out, and Dr. Todd Ross, the athletic trainer down there, or Todd Ross, our athletic trainer, and I think they're going to try to walk it out and see if he can come around. He's still limping quite a bit.
Charlie Pfizer out there in the quarterback to start things off. He's in the shotgun. He has two receivers on either end. He has Joe Hyman on his right side in the backfield. There's the snap, handoff to Hyman, and there's a flag that comes in. I think that's a delay of game.
Before the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Coach Kelly making a late play change, and clock caught up with him. It'll be interesting to see who makes the halftime adjustments. Bruins are classically very good at adjusting at halftime and coming out strong in the second half. I've already noticed that Wynne has come out, and with 5 in the box, they had 2 linebackers up.
About the exact same setup now. Twins on both sides. Pfizer in the shotgun. There's the handoff to Hyman. There was a pitch to Jalen Witcher, and then a handoff over to Pfizer again, but he was...
There is no intentional grounding. Number 11 was in the area.
There was, so he was basically about to get tackled for a loss there, so he got rid of the ball. And luckily, Dylan Allison was out there in that area.
P has run that play, that triple handoff for 10 years, and it's scored many, many times. Wynne was not having it that time, and Charlie smartly threw it in the ground.
3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. There's the snap to Pfizer. He rolls out to the left side. Lots of pressure. He's going to have to keep this one. He's across the 20, and he makes his way up to the 25-yard line. That's going to put them about 2 yards gained past the original line of scrimmage, but there is a PI roofing penalty flag on the play.
That flag's in the backfield. He flushed out of the pocket. You got to worry about holding.
Holding on the offense. Penalties half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. Replay. Second down. Again,
when the line's counting on the quarterback being behind them and they've got that guy locked up and they've got a hold of his jersey, when the quarterback breaks, the lineman doesn't see that, and the defensive player breaks to the outside and that jersey gets pulled, and that's when the ref sees it. And that will happen a lot. So we're in a big hole here.
Second down, 15 yards to go for the Bruins.
I think that's wrong. It's
I think you're right. It is about 25. There's the snap to Pfizer. He's looking to pass. The pass goes out there, and it's just almost a quick pitch, really. That goes to Hyman. And I think he picked up maybe 1 yard. It'll be third and a bus ride for the Bruins.
So these 3rd and 20s on your own 6-yard line is where the PA world holds their breath. Because if you're 3rd and 24, if you don't pick up a lot here, we're looking at 4th and 24 in that location. Could give Wynne a very short field.
Coach Kelly.
Wynne has 5 safeties backed up. They're just going to try to keep him behind the chains.
3 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. He's looking to the left side, looking back to the right side. He's running to the right. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up about, we're going to say 15 yards almost. He runs out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
Of course, Charlie's a very mobile quarterback, and sometimes if you send a lot of guys deep, a lot of defenders run off with him, and he's just got to beat a couple of guys. He can pick up 15 yards. We've still got 15 yards to go.
Well, here's our Aloft Hotel 4th down conversion attempt from the Bruins' own 18-yard line. It's 4th down, 15 yards to go. Pfizer's in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Hyman in the backfield. There's the snap. He's looking to pass. The pass is out there. Oh, no, and it got tipped. It was intended for Cooper White. It got tipped by number 38. That's Brandon Goodwin. That's their kicker.
39, I believe.
Oh, 39. Thank you. That was Alonzo Holmes.
And there are 4 Holmes on the Yellowjackets squad. Several of them are key players. So the Holmes family is strong in the Wynne community.
So now the Yellowjackets take possession inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone. Here's Ross under center. Fakes a handoff, instead gives the pitch to Jaden Potter, and he gets hit hard by Josiah Johnson, and I don't think he hits any other way.
Yeah, that's what we call it, getting thumped. And Ross pitched that to Potter. Ross was wrapped up and had to reach his hand around to push that out there. That could have been a costly mistake.
They still picked up 2 yards on the play. It'll be second down, 8 yards to go. Coming up on 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock. Ross under center. There's the snap. He's going to keep this one. He's across the 15. Looks like he picked up 3 yards. Back that up, we'll call it 2.
Defense doing a good job. Of course, they've got Fuda on the sidelines over here. He's still holding that left hamstring, so not looking good for him to return.
Hopefully he gets healed up pretty quickly.
Unfortunately, he is walking around, so hopefully not too serious.
Here's Ross under center. He has everyone pulled in tight, but one receiver on the far left side. There's the handoff. It looks like that's carried by number 1, Carl Washington, and he's met. There is a PI roofing penalty flag back there on the 15-yard line on the far left side of the field.
Wow, you got to love that defense. When I talked to the boys yesterday, so many of the defenders were talking about just swarming to the ball. They know what they've got to do. These guys are hard to stop, and we did get contained on that time, and then that brought the cavalry. They were all right behind, turned him back into him. He had nowhere to go.
So that flag is for holding on the defense, on the offense. And let's see what he says.
Holding on the offense. Penalties 10 yards into the run. Repeat third down.
So he was, of course, looking to the sidelines, to our coaches, to see whether or not they wanted to decline that and give them the fourth down or else back them up even more.
Yeah, one of the keys to the game for the Wynne Yellowjackets was to avoid those costly penalties that are drive stoppers. That just might take them out of field goal range.
Well, that's about where they kicked it from earlier, and it went, kind of gave them a hook to the left. When you're talking about football kicks, is it the same as in golf? Do you hook left and slice right?
It's good with me. We're the only two here, so nobody's arguing.
Yeah. 4 seconds on the play clock. There's the timeout. It's the Hug and Hall timeout.
Wynne.
Called by Wynne.
Timeout of the half.
So they were coming out in a new formation that time, something we hadn't seen yet. Calling timeout would give a chance. Jason Wires down there talking to the team, give him a chance to talk about that. They've probably already seen that in game film, but they haven't run it tonight. Makes you wonder if they weren't going to run a pass over there.
Well, we've talked about the fact that this is our Hug and Hall timeout. Let me tell you a little bit about their company. Hug and Hall Equipment Company is the answer to your industrial and construction equipment needs. We can help you with sales, rental, parts, and service with full-service locations serving Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Missouri, and Texas. They take ownership of each customer's needs and will work to ensure your demands are met. You can trust Hug and Hall for all your construction, industrial, aerial, material handling, and light equipment needs. Thank you, Hug and Hall, for sponsoring PA Live. I've got a feeling Food is going to have a pretty sizable bruise on that leg later.
Yeah. He's such a competitor. I know he hates being here on the sidelines, but next man up. These guys are ready, and they're doing a great job.
Here's 3rd and 21 for the Yellowjackets from the Bruins' 29-yard line. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Pitch goes out there to number 2. That's Spencer Parker, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. There's 2 flags on the field. 2 flags out there at around the 20-yard line.
During the run, holding on the offense. Penalties 10 yards, spot of the foul. Repeat third down.
Wow, this will be their third down. They
had some fierce downfield blocking. Everybody was matched up. You got to hand it to the Yellowjackets. They were coached up well on blocking, but somebody got a hold of a jersey there.
The Bruins student section chanting, "You can't do that," if you couldn't quite make that out. Kind of funny. 8:43 remaining in the third quarter. 20 seconds on the play clock.
Standing on the sidelines all these years, it was always fun to stand in front of the students. They are a funny bunch of people.
I'll bet. Ross under center. There's the snap. I didn't even see where it went.
That was just a quarterback sneak.
Right up the middle, it looks like.
Ran up the A-gap, tried to run behind big number 63. The line's walking off. They're anticipating a field goal, I believe.
Yeah.
They're coming back.
Nope. He said, you stay out there and work. Fourth down, 18 yards to go. Yellowjackets on the Bruins, 26-yard line.
They're about where they kicked from before, but they're near the right hash, which would make it more difficult.
Well, it might correct that hook.
Yeah.
There's the snap. Pitch from
get out
Ross out to Washington on the left side of the field, and he's going to be brought down before he reaches the first down markers, so the ball will turn over. There's a little bit of jawing going on out there, but it looks like the referee was able to get in between them before he needed to pull a flag. So the Bruins will take possession of the ball at their own 16-yard line.
So they gave it up deep in their own territory, and it didn't cost them that time. And again, the Yellowjackets, costly penalties.
Here are the Bruins. That's Bruffett out there. He has the snap, handoff to Hyman, and he makes his way across the 25-yard line. That's going to be enough for another first down for the Bruins. He's stopped by Cameron Holmes.
Another one of those Holmes.
Yep.
I don't know how they're related, but I tried to find out.
Bruffett in the shotgun, man in motion. There's the snap. Handoff. That was, I'm trying to see, I think that's Witcher. No, excuse me, that's Caleb Nichols. For a second there, all I could see was a single line. It looked like a 1 on his jersey. Bruffett sets up quickly. This time he has twins stacked on both ends. He has Hyman in the backfield on his left side. It's a second down, 5 yards to go for the Bruins from their own 32-yard line. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. There's the snap. Low snap. He picks it up, looks to pass. Lots of pressure. The pass is out there. He's got Hyman. And let's see. I think that's complete, but there is a defender out there who's trying to say no. But Hyman I think Hyman had the ball in his belly right when that defender hit him, right in the football.
Right.
That's not a metaphor. And so I'm hoping it just knocked the wind out of him there.
I noticed the safeties were outside the hash mark there. Nolan Bruffett did a good job scrambling and finding the receiver. Hyman, that's a scramble play. Hyman broke to the open area. I know Coach Kelly observed the safeties being that wide. Look for him to hit that with a deep route. Hoping Joe's okay. Dr. Sam Moore, Todd Ross out there checking him out. Good to see him up, walking off under his own power.
Yeah.
He is kind of holding his belly. I hope that's all it is.
Well, and the fact that he's not wincing while he's walking, it makes me think it's probably not a rib or anything.
Sure. And he was just in the process of catching the ball, and he got hit really hard.
Yeah, he
so, I don't think it was a penalty, but he was kind of in a defenseless posture. He wasn't ready for it.
It was just one of those things, wrong time, wrong angle, everything. So here is Bruffett. He has 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. This time, whoa, who is that?
Probably Azarius.
Was that Azarius Woods? Yes, it was. And he picks up 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Isaiah's from a great family of 5 kids. I know his mom and coached his big brother Isaiah. Isaiah used to take that ball up the middle like that.
Seriously, that was fun to watch him.
He was
bowl it right through the middle.
So much fun.
Bruffett now has 3 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. From the shotgun, there's the snap. He's looking to the left side. The pass is out there. He's got Jalen Witcher, but no, sir. That is deflected by number 25. That's Javion Wilson of the Yellowjackets.
And again, those wide safeties, Coach Kelly sent a receiver into the middle of the field but didn't get him open that time. Coach Kelly likes to attack that zone, put somebody in to occupy each area of the zone, and then he picks on one player. He'll either bracket a safety left or right, or a high-low a linebacker, or high-low a cornerback. He's a master of that. Empty backfield.
7 seconds on the play clock. 6, 5. Bruffett in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. There's the snap. Looking to pass. The pass is out there, and it's intercepted. That is intercepted at the 20-yard line, and he is stopped at the 30. That was number 17 that was Cameron Jones. Excuse me, Cameron Holmes. I think I've messed his name up probably 3 times. So if there's a Holmes family member out there, I just want to say I'm sorry. I just, for some reason, can't spit his name out. That's on me. My bad.
An unfortunate break there. They were rushing 3. They really dropped 7 into coverage. They had 1 linebacker as a spy. Just watching the quarterback to see if he's going to leak out of the backfield, but just a lot of bodies out there to try to throw it into.
Here's Ross under center. Fakes the handoff. Pitch goes out to Jaden Potter. Apparently, I just can't say any of their names now. He is stopped at about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of, let's say, 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're having a little more success with that quicker pitch play, getting to the edge quickly. Look for our defensive coaches, Coach Taylor and Coach White, to make an adjustment on that. We've got to get contained on that. There we go. There we go.
Ross. Oh, no, he's still on his feet.
Get him back there.
Wow. That's a big-time loss. Okay, so that was a handoff out there to Washington. Washington ran around the backfield for quite a while and finally got tackled by the Bruins. That is a huge loss. What is that? That's 10, 20, almost
they had
30
6
yards
to go, so yeah.
About 3rd down and almost 30 yards to go.
And tackles for loss is another one of those. We talked about chunk plays. We talked about the onside kick, tackles for loss. The team that wins the tackles for loss battle, the TFL, 67% chance of winning. And that ought to count for about 10 of them right there. So they're coming back with a pass play. A little bit atypical for them. They ran a short pass.
So that'll bring up 4th down and a very long way to go. Looks like they're going to punt this one away.
That may be more than a bus ride.
Bus ride, fill it up.
Stop for gas, eat lunch.
Right. We've been in the same situation.
Yeah, not too long ago.
So that's downed by, I'll see who that was. That was number 25, Javion Wilson. I say this at the end of every game. I really should find a contact at 5 Hour Energy. Get them to sponsor the second half of every game.
They should at least send you a fruit basket for Christmas or something.
Right.
Where we're not in such a hole. I hate it when our quarterback's standing in the end zone. I feel a little better here.
Yeah. 1st and 10 from the Bruins' 34-yard line.
2 high safety, 3 down linemen.
4:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 14 seconds on the play clock. Pfizer in the shotgun. There's the snap. He passes to the left side. He's got Dylan Allison. Oh, and it passes right between his hands. That hurts.
I know what Pfizer was doing. He was trying to fit it in that window. Maybe could have gotten it out just a shade earlier. Dylan had to turn around for it. It's a difficult catch, but
he was stopped there by Javion Wilson. He's putting up some big numbers on the defensive side of the ball.
Pfizer put it where he had to. It's just a difficult catch.
4 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right. This time he pitches it out to Hyman. He's across the 35, the 40, and works his way up to the 45. The 46 is where they'll mark it. That's a first down for the Bruins. It took 3 defenders to bring him down that time.
And that was a little shovel pass, a variant on a run. Quarterbacks love those passes. You pass it about 2 feet, and he runs 13 yards, and that's a 13-yard pass. It goes in the stat book.
Pistol formation. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left. Pfizer in the gun. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff to Hyman. He looks to pass. Pass is complete to Caleb Nichols. He's across the 50, the 45, the 40. The 35 is where he is stopped. I think
It's down.
Yeah,
they're calling it down.
The ball came loose after he was hit, but it was down.
Tell you, Caleb is fast and aggressive, makes some good moves. PA's got a lot of speed and space.
Yeah, the Yellowjacket fans do not like that call, but on this side of the field, it was much easier to see.
Yeah, he was definitely down.
He was down. It was the second hit that knocked the ball out.
Yeah.
He was already on the ground by that point. So here's 1st and 10 for the Bruins inside the Yellowjackets territory on the 35-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. There's the snap. Caleb Nichols with the carry. He's across the 25. Excuse me, the third. Yeah, that is the 25. And he is forced out of bounds at the 15-yard line. That puts the Bruins in the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
Again, if they're going to drop 7 or 8 guys into coverage, Coach Kelly's going to run some quick hitting plays up the middle. That was a misdirection. Called the defense dropping back for a pass.
Pfizer in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right, all spread out wide all the way across the field. 5 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap. Looks to the left side. Passes out there to Hyman. He has it. He's at the 10 and forced out of bounds. I think he's actually going to place that at the 11-yard line.
He's driven out of bounds by Javion Wilson.
So that'll bring up 2nd down after a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now everyone's pulled in tight. Twins stacked on both sides. There's the snap. He fakes a pass, and that is, trying to see who that was. That Cooper? No, that was Dylan Allison with the carry. Gets his way up to the 5-yard line.
So it's a play PA calls Raptor. You notice the right guard, right tackle pulled. The guard's lead blocker, he kicks out the defensive end, and the tackle goes up the hold. Everybody else slant blocks to the right.
So that does give the Bruins the first down, so it's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Pfizer in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. Hyman in the backfield on his left side. There's the snap. He hands it to Hyman. Gives him a nice push in the back. I think he's in there. Let's see. No. He is inches short.
He's brought down just outside the goal line by number 52, Kendall Coleman.
He is stopped by number 52. That's Kendall Coleman. The Yellowjackets. I think we could expect a very similar play here. Here's 3 receivers pulled in tight on the left, 1 on the right. There's the pitch out there to Hyman, and he works his way in there. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Good to see Joe running well. He seems no worse for the wear of that little injury he had a little while ago.
Yeah. No doubt. 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and they put another 6 on the board.
You just love to watch this PA offense. Look at the variety of formations, the variety of plays. so well executed. These boys have been so well coached, and
well, there's the kick up off the foot of Von Seelig, and it's good.
Coaching and execution, and I think the most important thing for football players is they don't want to. They just all try so hard and want it so badly, and it pays off.
So back up there in Harrison, Little Rock Christian has 31 points to Harrison's 21, holding on to a 10-point lead up there. Very similar here. Bruins have 31, but here the Wynne Yellowjackets have 14.
Little Rock Christian has led that entire game.
Yes, they have.
I was down on the field before the game, and people were talking they thought it was going to be Harrison.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, at least, just watching the way that Little Rock Christian played the rest of the season. They weren't a bad team, not at all. They were a very good team, but I just think not having actually watched Harrison this year, just watching some of their stats, I thought that it would go their way. There's a big hop for the Bruins. Let's see. No, they're not going to be able to get that one because obviously it didn't go the 10 yards, and I think they were hoping at that point one of the Yellowjackets would reach out and touch the ball
Free
so that
kick
they
out of
could
bounds
grab it.
against the kicking team. Penalties 5 yards from where it went out of bounds. First down, Wynne.
That one, of course, was kicked by Dale Pino that time.
Years ago, our PA's opponents weren't prepared for the onside kick. Now you can tell they're very well coached.
Yeah.
Yellowjackets saw that bouncing the wrong way and stayed back.
Well, and it's one of those things that, traditionally you might think of as a trick play or something like that. But, again, it really doesn't. According to Coach Kelly's philosophy, it doesn't matter if you know it's coming.
Right.
It's just one of those things that it's better if you get it. And it's worth the
Here's
worth
that
the try.
pass.
Oh my goodness. That's not Fuda. I saw a 3 at the – that was 34. That's Zach Horsey out there.
Well, I was a little bit late getting to my comment, but I said one of my keys to the game for Pulaski Academy was to get Wynne out of their comfort zone. And I said if we could get well into the second half and PA was up 2 or 3 touchdowns, let's see if Wynne starts passing it more. And sure enough, after that score, I was about to say that came out, ran a pass, got a big tackle for loss.
That's a 13-yard tackle for loss.
Yeah.
Here's Ross under center.
Which would give him another reason.
Oh, and here comes the flag. That's a PI roofing penalty flag for delay of game against.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
And I'll tell you, unfortunately, I think that was Ross's fault. He was out there still talking to some of the linemen.
Timeout, Wynne.
Oh.
That is their second timeout of the half.
Never mind. The coaches are over there giving the line judge the business, or excuse me, the side judge.
Well, maybe they tried to call a timeout. No.
Yeah, it looks like they called timeout, and he didn't hear them, but I think they gave it to them anyway. Gave them the timeout.
So running teams, typically what they want to do is they play a field position game. They play control the clock. They want to keep it in bounds. They want to continue to run the clock and keep the other team's offense off the field. Now they're in that opposite situation. They need to stop the clock. They need to pass it. An incomplete pass stops the clock. If they can pass it and step out of bounds, that stops the clock. And they need to go up tempo. You notice they've been going late in the play clock this entire game. So let's see. You'll see some teams that will stick with what they do best.
Well, this pen didn't give us a name on their Crown Trophy live fan feedback, but they said, "Doc, you're doing an excellent job on color and describing Coach Kelly's thought process."
Well, that may have been my dad. I don't know.
And another fan writes in and tells us that Cameron and Trayvon are brothers. Not sure if Marquez or Alonzo are related to them.
Well, they're all players.
No doubt. There's Ross under center. He has the snap. Lots of pressure, and he's going to get tackled again. That's another sack.
And, of course, the sack in this situation is doubly bad because they're trying to conserve the clock, and that runs the clock. And they just burned a timeout when that happened, so.
It was Zach Terry along with Luke Witham.
This is the
comes
end
up with
of
that
the third quarter.
Comes up with that tackle for loss there. Wow. what a third quarter the defense is having for the Bruins.
Of course, so many great PA families. I coach Luke Witham's big brother, Corbin, great player, great young man. And my son grew up with Zach Terry's big brother, Jake. So carrying on the tradition here. But now they're facing that with that situation, a team that, you know, it's one thing to occasionally work on a pass play in practice, but if you haven't been battle tested running your pass game week in and week out all season, and they haven't had to. They've been in the lead all season long. They've had a couple of close games, but now they're playing from behind late in the game. If they want to, you know, we're entering the fourth quarter. If they want to get back in this, they need to come up with a passing attack. We noticed last week similar offense with Magnolia, and they elected not to. They continued to run the ball, but it just ate up the clock.
I think it's pretty funny. Somebody wrote in and said, must be nice to have your own refs. Yeah, I got news for you. This particular officiating crew doesn't have a doesn't really view Pulaski Academy very positively. So
I don't think we get to pick the refs.
That doesn't happen. Yep, Zach Horsey coming in clutch for the Bruins right now.
Okay, so they've got two wideouts to the left and a slot receiver. They've got three receivers on the left side, one on the right side. New formation for him.
There's the snap. He steps back.
They are going into the passing game.
He has a pass out there, and that one is intercepted by the Bruins. That's Jalen Witcher out there at the 40, at the 45, at the 50, at the 45, and that's where he finally stops at the 44-yard line. Wow. They snuck Jalen Witcher out there on defense.
Which they had said they were going to do that sometimes in a passing situation. We got to hand it to the Yellowjackets. They did not stick with their run game. I remember Alabama-Auburn a few years ago in the Iron Bowl when Malzahn got behind and he continued to run that and managed to pull it out.
So here's the Bruins for 1st and 10 from the Yellowjackets' 44-yard line. Pfizer's in the shotgun. He has four receivers spread out on the right side, a single receiver on the left. There's the snap. Passes to the right side, complete to Caleb Nichols. He's across the 35, and he gets stopped at about the 33-yard line.
That play is called delay. The outside receiver, which is the A receiver. You notice the X, Z, and Y receiver scattered across the field, and that A delayed just a second and let the defenders clear out, then ran underneath for an easy completion.
11 and a half minutes remaining in the game. Three receivers on the right, one to the left. There's the pass across to Dylan Allison. He makes his way up to the 31-yard line.
You see Cooper White doing great downfield blocking on that play.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
I love to see receivers that block well downfield.
Pfizer again in the gun. He has Joe Hyman in the backfield on his left side. Three receivers on the left, one to the right. There's the snap. Pitch goes to Hyman. He runs to the left side of the field across the 30, back in. He's going to get a little bit of I'm surprised we didn't see a flag there because I could see the holding from here. But looks like he made his way up to the 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, 1 yard to go for the Bruins. You can see that jersey pop from all the way over here.
Yeah.
This time, Pfizer has twins stacked on both ends. He has Hyman in the backfield on his left. There's the snap. Looks to the left side. Passes out there, and it gets tipped. Wow, they are so lucky he didn't intercept that. But that one was intended for Kel Busby.
And we've seen zone defense all night. I thought they might mix it up, especially as the game went on. Maybe go one high safety with man defense and try to bring the house, change things up a little bit, but they're sticking with their game plan.
11:07 remaining in the game, 15 seconds on the play clock. Two receivers on the right side, three pulled in tight on the left. There's the snap to Pfizer. He looks to pass. Lots of pressure. Oh, he's going to keep this one, and he's got the first down on his own. Nice head first slide. I'm not sure how safe that was, but he pulled it off.
He wanted to be sure.
So now the Bruins have the first down at the 16-yard line inside Yellow Jacket territory. They're now in the Caldwell Toyota red zone. Pfizer has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. There's the snap, looking to the right side. There's the pass. He's got Allison out there, but pass went right in between his hands. Just had to take a dive and couldn't get it. You know, one thing I've noticed about Dylan, when he misses a pass, the first thing he does is he gets up and he puts both hands behind his back. I don't know if he does that on purpose. I'm going to have to ask him sometimes.
Fortunately, it doesn't happen that often.
Right.
Coach Kelly, that was another call-out play. So he was calling individual routes. I love it. Love to see him make up plays on the fly.
Here's Pfizer again. 3 receivers wide on the right side, 1 to the left. Handoff to Hyman. He tries to get his way past the line of scrimmage. Looks like he picked up 3 yards, maybe 4.
You saw that left guard and left tackle pull and come across to the right. Try to blow a hole in there. Wynne covered it fairly well, considering the massive humans running at him.
10 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. There's the snap. Looks to the right side. Passes out there, and he found Cooper White. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Wow. Charlie Pfizer threw a bullet in there, and Cooper was quick on his feet. He caught that thing and immediately made 2 guys miss and stepped into the end zone.
Goodness gracious.
Good play call, just a lot of good athleticism out there. Charlie Pfizer had a clean pocket. Got to hand it to the O-line. The O-line has been coming through big time tonight.
Yes, they have. This is 2 games in a row that they have really shown out.
Hey, if you don't have an O-line, nothing else really matters on offense.
There's the kick off the foot of – that is Charlie Pfizer. Yes. Charlie Pfizer. No, that is not correct. That's Von Seelig. That's who used to saying his name. I'm not sure what's going on with the referee over here. He's like getting help tucking his shirt in.
So that drive, I don't know what yard line it started on, but that was a lengthy drive, very methodical. Just picked them apart. Again, such preparation, such execution. So many formations, such a variety of plays.
Here's a stat for you. Check this out. The Charlie Pfizer is completing 69.5% of his passes tonight.
Wow.
Right now he is 16 for 23.
Wow, that's excellent.
He's doing a great job. Of course, there's only one other that has a better stat than that. Completing 100% of his passes tonight is Joe Hyman. He's 1 for 1.
There you go. Don't throw it again, Joe.
Right.
You're good.
There's Vaughn. He has the ball teed up, traditional on a tee.
Getting this would be a dagger in the heart.
Takes a nice bounce at the 50-yard line, and they've got it. That's Cooper. That's Cooper White, who picks up. Wow, that's our Crown Trophy onside kick right there.
So Cooper scores a touchdown and comes back and gets the onside kick. Who kicked that? That was the classic perfect.
Oh, that was Vaughn. That was Von Seelig.
Such a perfect kick.
It sure was. It took a nice high bounce, like
you
they
could
wanted.
See it coming. It was going end over end. It took 2 little bounces, and then you could see it coming. Boom! It went up high, and it went right over that guy's head, and Cooper was there.
Looks like Pfizer's going back out.
Score differential is 24 at this point. I think Wynne's still in the game, but they need to get the ball and make something happen.
7 seconds on the play clock. Pfizer has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. There's the snap. The pass is out there. Oh, that was intended for Nick Giesel, but it hit him right in the hand, unfortunately.
There.
So that'll bring up second down and 10 yards to go.
They're occasionally leaving the middle of the field open like that, and Coach Kelly's going to see that.
Pfizer has 2 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. Handoff goes to Hyman. He's going to take it straight up the middle. He's across the 40, the 35, the 30, and he is brought down. Wow, lots of well, let's just see what happens next.
he was a couple inches from gone.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Devin Holmes is he's number 8 for the Yellowjackets. He's not happy.
Yeah.
He's very frustrated. There you go.
And I think he's one of those playing on both sides of the ball. We talked about
You're right.
Late in the game, it's going to get harder and harder to keep up.
Twins stacked on both sides. Pfizer has the snap, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. That is Rashad Connolly. That's going to be nearly a 10-yard loss. About a 9-yard loss for the Bruins. Be second and 19.
I'll tell you, Connolly still has an engine. Late in the game, he came busting through that line. I think he shot the gap untouched and got in there for a big tackle for loss. Playing both ways. He's still got some energy.
From our live fan feedback, my dad, George Carroll, says they are so much fun to watch. Yep, they are, Pop. There's the pass complete on the right side to Caleb Nichols. He makes his way up to the 32-yard line.
So they were in quad right, and they ran that Gator tunnel stream, which I expected earlier in the game, but pretty effective play. You got 3 guys blocking for you there. Sometimes that will break for a long gainer.
Let's see. When will PA pull the starters and let the seniors play? I've got news for you, pal. There's a lot of seniors out there.
Yeah.
There's Pfizer. He has 4 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. There's the snap. He's looking to the right side. There's the pass. Oh, it looked like he was trying to find Dylan Allison, but Dylan wasn't looking for him.
They were trying to run a block and go, but the safeties did not bite on it. They hung back. Sometimes you run a block like that, and the safeties will begin to come up, but
from our Crown Trophy live fan feedback, the technicalities of the Bruins team is impeccable.
Fourth and long. Look for a pass up the sideline.
There's the snap. Looking to the right side. The pass is out there. He found Caleb Nichols at the 20, at the 15, and he is pulled out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. That's a first down for the Bruins, putting them inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
Sent 2 receivers up the sideline, hit the trailing receiver, and then Caleb made a shifty move to get a couple more yards out of it. He's got the shifty moves, I'll tell you that. Got quad bunch on the left.
Yeah, they're all bunched up on the left side. He has a single receiver on the right, all pulled in tight. There's the snap. Pass quickly out there to Hyman. He's forcing his way upfield, and he is stopped inside the 5-yard line. That might pick up another first down. If not, it's very close. And there's a late PI Roofing penalty flag way over here on the right.
Was that after the whistle?
Yes, it was.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what happened there. Let's go down to the field and find
We
out.
had 2 personal fouls, 1 by each team. They're going to offset personal foul, offense, personal foul, defense. Both occurred after the play. Be second down.
Goodness.
No. Down count.
That was that same player we were talking about earlier, Devin Holmes. All right, 1st and 10. Actually, they're showing second. Yeah, it is 2nd and 1 for the Bruins from the Yellowjackets' 9-yard line. 7.5 minutes remaining in the game. 4 receivers spread out wide on the right. There's the snap. Looking to pass. Pass is out there, and he's got it. I can't see who that is. Is that? Tell me that that's Cooper White again. No. That's Charlie Barker.
Hey, great catch. Charlie Pfizer put it where only he could catch it. You know, that's what you want to do in the back of the end zone. Throw it low, get him down on the ground so it can't be tipped, can't be bobbled.
All right, so here is, that is Von Seelig. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Bruins have 45-14. That gives them a 31-point spread. They're 4 points away from a sportsmanship rule.
Well, obviously, Wynne to have a shot at this. They've got 7 minutes of the game. It'd be an amazing comeback, but they need to conserve the clock. So we'll see if they start playing it to get to the sidelines, get out of bounds, play the passing game.
We've talked about Aloft Hotel earlier in this game. Of course, they're our fourth down conversion sponsor, but Aloft Hotel is different by design. They are designed for the early adopter. Here, keeping up with the current technology is part of the everyday. They have the latest tech and features right in their lobbies and rooms. Check out Live at Aloft each week for live music. Listen for details of when Alive of West Little Rock will be hosting PA Bruin watch parties. Check out their newest location in West Little Rock on Rawling Road or visit their website at aloft-hotel.marriott.com.
Well, that was a line drive.
The kick is fielded by number 18, Nathan Spann. The ball will be spotted at the Yellowjacket 44-yard line. First and 10, Yellowjackets.
Hey, Doc, do you know that name? Don't say it out loud if you don't.
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was another one of those or not. So Max says, outstanding color commentary from Doc Henley, PA alum watching from Dallas. Got to be careful sometimes.
Yeah.
You would blush to see the things that people send in. Let's see. Here's some information there. It says Devin Holmes was the reason a fight started last week against Texarkana. Didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. Let's see. Awesome how the PA quarterback knows his line protects him. He has plenty of time to find his man while protected. Karen is cheering on the Jackets.
You notice Wynne is letting the play clock tick down. They've just been standing there, so we're down to 5 seconds on the play clock.
Right. There's Ross. He gives a quick pitch out to Washington. He makes his way across the left side of the field and is tackled for about 1 yard loss. It'll bring up third down, 11 yards to go.
So they're electing to run the ball and run the clock.
Yeah. Seems like a similar tactic that we saw toward the end of the game last week.
Yeah.
So right now, Joe Hyman is just shy of 1,900 yards rushing on the year, and he has 2,750 total yards.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible.
He's helpful,
I'd say.
Yeah.
There's the snap. Ross is going to carry it himself straight up the middle. He's across the 50-yard line, and he is brought down by Liam Dick. Oh, that was Liam Dick. Liam, of course, a interstate transfer, comes to us from the state of Washington. Been a beast for our defense this year.
I got to talk to Liam yesterday. Bright young man, so enthusiastic. All these guys, I'm offensive and defensive players, I'm just so impressed with their level of knowledge.
There's Ross under center. He's going to think he kept that one and forced it straight up the middle, and he picked up the 2 yards the 1 yard plus one that he needed for the first down. So they have it at the Bruins 45-yard line. 5 minutes remaining in the game. The Bruins lead this one 45-14. Again,
Well, this clock is winding down, but you got to hand it to those Wynne Yellowjackets.
No
I mean,
kidding.
there was nothing but fight in them tonight, and they came into here 11-0. You know, I know the seniors are hating to see their last game, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. They had a fantastic season, and Coach Van Pascal and their staff had them ready to play. Just wasn't their night tonight.
And they stopped by Nick Withers, along with Vince Miley, at the 41-yard line, 2nd and 6.
He's got him deep. Nope.
Oh, wow. That's an interception for PA. Trying to see who that is. That's Jalen McKinney. He's still on his feet on the far side of the field. He makes his way back to the 50-yard line.
There's a flag down. That's probably a block in the back.
Yeah, back here at the 34-yard line, it looks like.
You know, early.
There's actually two. There's two out there. Yeah.
Early in that pass route, that receiver was open. The quarterback waited a little bit, and he got a little too far away. Couldn't get it that far. That quarterback has a good arm. Watching the game film, have seen him deliver some great
After the
passes.
interception and during the return, holding on the return team. Penalty is 10 yards, spot of the foul. First down, Pulaski Academy.
You know, this is funny. You know, somebody said, a transfer for PA, color me shocked. You know, what is that even supposed to mean? Somebody can't move? You're not allowed to move from one state to another?
What cracks me up is people make comments like that, and you go through most of our teams, and most of the guys on the team have gone to school here since kindergarten. So somebody is a really good recruiter if they can pick out a kindergarten. There's going to be
seriously. There is a PI roofing penalty flag.
Before the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Another Heather Cooper says, you guys do a great job on these games. It was a pleasure hearing an orthopedic surgeon talk for 2 hours and not tell me to lose weight or work on my quads once. Go Bruins.
I don't know any orthopedic surgeons do that sort of. I certainly never would.
Nichols carries on the play. He stopped by Timmy Watson at the 18-yard line, 2nd and 16.
All right. That is Bruffett in the gun. He has 3 receivers on the right. There's the snap. He's going to roll out to the right side. The pass is out there. And no, there is a flag on the play all the way back at the original line of scrimmage. The score up at Harrison right now, Little Rock Christian 52, Harrison 21.
Wow. Looks like a repeat.
There's 3 minutes left in that game.
Holding on the offense. That penalty is declined.
Yeah,
down.
So I agree. It looks like a repeat.
Sure.
Last year. Here's Bruffett again in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide on the left side. Single receiver on the right. Hyman in the backfield. There's the snap. He's going to fake the pass. Pass now to Hyman. He's across the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Joe Hyman. What a play.
Wow. They were just trying to pick up the first down, and look at that.
Just incredible.
Joe's got some speed.
He does.
He gets in the open field, nobody's going to run him down.
So here is, I got to double check every time. They might throw somebody else out there, but that's Vaughn Seelick to kick the point after, and it's good. making the score Bruins 52, Yellowjackets 14 with 3 minutes remaining in the game.
Bruins 52, Yellowjackets 14.
What a run by Joe Hyman. Just incredible. And it looks like there's a bunch of the Yellow Jacket fans that are going to call it a season over there on the far side of the field.
Yeah.
And they should hold their heads high, no doubt about it, because this has been – they've had an incredible season.
Yeah, Wynne's had a lot of good seasons. Like I say,
They have.
In 2014 and 2016.
Well, it's like
PA.
I told you before in the pregame show, is I looked at them before the season even started and knew that they were going to be one to watch in the playoffs, and they certainly were.
Yeah, they've been in the state championship twice in the last 7 years, and I know the PA coaches were worried about this game. These guys are big and strong and fast, and disciplined, well coached.
I know for a fact Coach Kelly was. I talked to him on was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Whenever the girls' basketball game was that Tuesday?
It was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was out here that day. I talked to him. Yeah,
I talked to him for about an hour after that game. We were just sitting in the gym talking, and he said, "I just don't know if we can handle what they're going to put out." So here is Vaughn Seelig. Kick is up.
They've been putting up a lot of points on everybody.
That one is going to be covered up by number 42. That's O.J. Mars.
Fielded by number 42, O.J. Mars. At the Yellowjacket 32-yard line, first down.
Oh, here you go. That reception earlier was Charlie Barker's first career touchdown, and that explains why they were celebrating so much for him.
Oh, fantastic.
That's cool. I didn't even realize that. Thank you, Holt Short.
It's wonderful. Congratulations, Charlie. He will always remember that.
Just under 3 minutes remaining in this one. That is Washington with the carry. He's across the 40, and he gets stopped at about the 43-yard line. That is enough to move the chains. It's a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
He's still got that burst of speed. He's late in the fourth quarter. He hasn't run out of gas yet. That was an impressive run.
The clock's still ticking away. 2.5 minutes. Here's Ross under center. He has two receivers on both ends of the field. This time he's going to hand it off. That goes to Potter. He picks up 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Of course, we are in the sportsmanship rule, or all commonly known as the mercy rule, has taken effect, and so the clock is not stopping even after that first down a moment ago. So we're right at 2 minutes. I just want to warn you. Did you get it? That's your 2-minute warning.
Yeah,
Oh.
Thank you. I'm duly warned.
Okay. All right. That is Potter again with the carry, and he picks up a first down, makes his way up to about the 41-yard line. He's stopped by Josh Cady. It's good to see Josh out there. He had to sit out part of the season this year.
Another guy that coached Big Brother, and you see PA substituting, getting a lot of guys in there, getting some experience deep in the playoffs.
Yep. There's the handoff again to Jones. See, that's what happens when I try and rely on my memory on a name. Don't do that, Josh. Don't do that.
When in doubt, say Holmes.
Right. For this team, that's for sure. 1 minute remaining in this game. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Bruins lead 52-14. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Once again, Washington with the carry. Comes to the far side, the left side of the field, and he is stopped. Is that Josiah? No, excuse me. That's number 30, not 32. That's Isarius Woods, was it? No, I still didn't get that right. $38. That's what I'm seeing. Is that Patton Wicker? Is that right?
Yeah, Isarius not in there.
No. Oh, my goodness. Is that an interception? Yes, it is. That is an interception by the Bruins.
Who was that?
I'm trying to see. That is 20.
Who's everybody patting on the back?
Is that 28 or 29?
Young guy getting a highlight there late in the game.
I'm going to guess that's Kenneth Jordan because it's not Bo Miller. Okay, maybe it was Bo Miller. Hey, maybe somebody can hit rewind and look at it again. You tell me. 28's what Popeye says. He agrees. It's Bo Miller. Well, congratulations, Bo Miller. That was huge. An interception in the end zone. 4 seconds left in this game.
That was an aggressive athletic play. That guy had the ball, and he just went up and took it away from him.
And that's the end of this one. The Bruins are going back to War Memorial Stadium. And they're going there to play Little Rock Christian again. What a game. So let's take a look at real quick at your keys to the game. Let's see what did the Bruins – let's go back to the Bruins keys for the game. What did they pull off and what did they not that you had listed here?
Well, they had to adapt quickly. I didn't know if they would be in a man defense and blitzing a lot or if they'd come out and rush three and be in zone, and they did the latter. They stayed in zone all night. I never saw them go man. Chunk plays. We had to have some big chunk plays, and certainly we did that. That's the number one predictor of victory. The team with the most, and certainly Wynne had some chunk plays as well, but I think undoubtedly PA had more chunk plays. The next one was to get Wynne off the field. Difficult to do. They have a dominating, crushing offense, but PA was to get them off the field. I mentioned that, teams that do that nexus of multiple fake handoffs tend to put the ball on the ground. They'll get some tackles for loss. They'll get some penalties, and certainly we saw all of that killed the drives for Wynne because they're not good or not accustomed to getting into the passing game. That's not where they like to live. And finally, I said if we could get a couple of touchdowns ahead late in the game, they were going to have to spread it out and pass it and try to get to the sidelines, which they did, and resulted in 2 or 3 interceptions. So I think PA managed to hit their keys to the game, and it was their night tonight. But congratulations to both teams on fantastic seasons. The Wynne Yellowjackets certainly have nothing to be ashamed of. They should, and I was glad to see, both teams were classy. It's tough when you're playing in your last game, especially if you're a senior and you think, I may not put on pads again. And I thought, I know they're bitterly disappointed, and their families are, but they handled it well.
Well, I tell you what, this has been an incredible game, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I knew that Wynne was going to be a great opponent coming in here, and it's hard to beat PA at home. It's hard to beat PA anywhere, but if anybody had a big chance to do it, it was Wynne, and so they came in here and they fought and gave it everything that they had. So they should definitely hold their heads up high. So going back to our Bruin Claws tonight. Now, if you're familiar, Bruin Claws, that's our MVP basically on both the offense and the defense. So I think that the defensive Bruin Claw is pretty obvious to me. I think that should go to Josiah Johnson.
That's who I had in mind exactly.
Okay. And then
Josiah had a big game. He's so strong and played aggressively and got in on offense a little bit.
He did. He came in and was really working hard, made several key tackles throughout the game. And the other one to me is also pretty obvious, but I'm going to wait and hear yours. But I've got somebody in mind, and I've got some stats. Who do you think deserves the offensive Bruin Claw?
Well, immediately you got to think of Joe Hyman. I mean, I haven't seen the stats. I'd like to look at the stats, but Joe certainly broke loose. I thought Charlie Pfizer had a good game. He had a high completion percentage.
He certainly did, and he actually rounded it out even higher than before. He's 67.7% completion rate. He was 21 for 31. For rushing yards, Joe Hyman had 17 carries for 136 yards. He was averaging 8 yards per carry.
Yeah, and how many passes did he get? I know that last pass was about an 80-yard reception.
He had 12 receptions that accounted for 201 yards, averaging 16.75 yards per reception.
So I think what is that, 340 total yards? That's a pretty productive guy.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think you're right. That is. So you're right. And one of the things to look at too is I was just receiving this from Holt. He says maybe Charlie Pfizer, he passed 2,500 yards on the year and had 4 touchdowns personally. He said he had 37 total on the year. Tonight for 37 total on the year. Really, the O-line was incredible. Pfizer had a lot of time back there. He really did, and that was the reason that last week we gave the Bruin Claw to Trace Hawkins right up there up front. I mean, he was putting all of the key blocks in for the O-line.
The O-line, I watched them all night. They were very good tonight. Giving protection, run blocking well, pulling guards, pulling tackles. They just, it all starts right there. If you can't snap the ball and you can't block anybody, you're going to have a long night.
All right, I'm just trying to look real quickly through the Crown Trophy live fan feedback to see if anybody had any other votes on the Bruin Claw there. You had a couple of people saying Hyman. Is that who you said was Joe?
He had almost 340 yards total offense.
You can't argue with that number.
It's hard to overlook that.
It really is. All right, so our Bruin Claws tonight go to Josiah Johnson for the defense, and on the offensive side, Joe Hyman. Well, folks, that wraps up our football season. As far as PA Live is concerned, you'll be able to catch the Bruins, I believe, on AETN. The National Federation of High Schools sell the exclusive broadcast rights to that game, so we won't be able to carry that one. But we will be in the stands cheering the Bruins on there.
Absolutely.
So come out if you can. If you can't and you would like to remain at home and socially distance and everything, do that. Watch the game live on AETN. And in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to PA Live YouTube. It's youtube.com/PA Live. You can catch. We've got lots of basketball action still to come this season, so be sure to follow along there. Well, on behalf of the entire PA Live crew, I want to thank you so much for following along with us this season, and we'll see you right back here for more football next year. In the meantime, I'm Joshua Carroll.
I'm Bill Heffley.
All right. And like I said, on behalf of our entire crew, thanks so much. Good night, good luck, and 73.
Good night, everybody.